not to dox her on screen or anything, but is she traveling from far?
Yeah. So she's gonna be coming in, and I got to pick her up in the morning.
Does she know how to make a sandwich?
Easy, CC.
Yes, she does. I felt bad.
Yeah.
I felt bad when she was like, "Hey, can I ask you for a ride from the airport?" I was like, "Why?" I was like, "Why would that be a big deal?" I was like, "I don't want to bother you." And I was just like,
"No,
"No,
guest co-host next week."
no, she doesn't like any of this shit."
Easy. We don't need another hen in the CC's chicken coop.
Yeah, that chicken coop. Oh yeah. So yeah, a lot within like the last like couple hours. I was like scrambling, but that's what it's all about, right? It is good to be alive.
Yeah.
Preach.
Yeah. Yeah.
DMC is first. I gotta start doing the the giveaway stuff. Appreciate everybody showing up. Thank you guys. Appreciate you guys spending some time. I know you guys could be watching Wednesday right now. Is that live yet? Wednesday?
Oh.
Yes, I believe it is.
Yeah.
The third season of Wednesday.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's on. Man.
I believe that's. I was just on Netflix. Yeah.
Oh, but yeah, you guys could be watching a bunch of other things, but you're here hanging out. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate you guys. Got a pretty good show tonight. It's gonna be short. We know how that goes, right? But I do think this one's gonna be short. I think tonight we're gonna make it short. But top cons for tonight. Let me pull some of this stuff. How's everybody doing? How's the live stream,
man?
Good.
Doing good.
Good to see everybody. Hopefully everybody's getting a chance to mess with their toys. Hopefully nobody's taking any kind of news the wrong way, like release dates getting changed.
What?
I know, right? We will definitely be talking about that tonight.
That sounded like good news.
Man, I'm happy. The con took a lot out of not only me energy-wise, but my wallet too, man. Like there's a bunch of stuff there, man.
That Terrifier release is going to be expensive.
Especially for you, right?
Yeah, I mean, I had to get in on those.
I'm looking forward to that one. They've shown that one at the show, and I think it's been almost pretty much close to complete. And the accessories with that are really good, man. There's a nice little surprise in there for people when they. I would put it under the new tech kind of thing.
Oh.
Yeah.
For Terrifier?
Mm-hmm. Something that I don't think I've seen yet with Mezco. Like with
Does
one of
the
the
horn honk when you squeeze it?
That would be cool. No, there's just some new stuff in there that, like, you know how they have like the tape deck for Agent Gomez. There's just like that little added touch, and
a little extra Mezco love.
Yeah, this was like one of those innovative little ideas for an accessory, and then I was messing with it, and I go, this would be cool to see for like a future release. So, oh, good to see you, Paul. Fair warning, there will be a little bit of a rant, Paul. So sorry, just a little one, not bad, because all of this stuff all ties together. It all ties together.
Paige rant, not an MC rant. There is a difference.
Come on now.
Yeah, MC rants get you suspended.
Let's get Paige riled up.
No, that'll never happen. A lot of people tried this week though. I was like
testing the patience.
Yeah, I had the blood pressure machine over there, and I'm like, is this really affecting me right now?
It's time.
Yeah.
Time to put you on some lisinopril.
Yeah. the way these guys are coming out of the woodwork. I think it's just because it's after the con, But tonight we're going to talk about a few things in the beginning. So if you're watching the replay here, it'll probably be about 10 or 15 minutes. But like I said, I think these are like important conversations to have, and you'll understand once we get all through it. And then we'll do the party and stuff a little bit. We have to play party tonight. I think all of us got our Agent Gomez's, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. CC's like, I had it last week, you dogs.
Paid no attention to me last week.
I don't even remember last week. Oh my God, man. So much stuff, man. So what's the realistic time frame to get those prizes for the Rumble Scrambler? CC, do you want to take this one?
I'll let you know.
Yeah.
To be decided.
Mm-hmm. I did not get any follow-up on that yet. As soon as I do know. But yeah, usually those they can take between, I've seen 6 months to a year. Not saying that that's going to happen, but be mentally prepared. You never know. FedEx is playing with my emotions with my Agent Gomez. Well worth it, though. Trust me. What'd you guys say? Well worth it? Yeah?
What's that? The prize?
Agent Gomez, well worth it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I have an open line. Sawyer opened his and ran away with it. So I don't know.
Mine.
Exactly. Hey, mister.
Well, again, thanks to my two co-hosts, my special co-hosts. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. I know you guys got life stuff too. I appreciate everybody that's watching the show. And before we start the show, we have to acknowledge our Tuesday night comic book champion.
Acknowledge me.
Yeah, you are the two-time Tuesday night comic book champion.
I'm on quite the
Montreal
run.
screw job last night.
I am on quite the run. MC thought he had me.
I teased the cash in.
Is there some insider trading going on with
There
this
is. There is. I'm going to say it's a Montreal screw job right now.
Yeah, like he's pretty fast. Like really fast, like freaky fast.
He's like, so you want me to come pick up my books? How about you tell me exactly what time you're dropping the post?
Yeah, maybe like a PM there. Hey, what time are you guys posting tonight? What time you guys posting tonight? Oh, around 8:34-ish. And that doesn't work for me. What about 8:36? Just to throw some stuff up.
And I'll come by because I get paid tomorrow. Anything for you, Mr. Christopher.
They are good people over there, I will tell you.
I bet. I bet. Yeah. Yeah.
Fine folks over at Buy Me Toys.
I still think there's a little collusion going on with that. Thank you. Thank you, Paul. All right, so top cons for tonight. Again, it's going to be pretty light. Just some light toy news. We'll talk about Mythic Legions that grab my attention. If there's anything that grabbed you guys' attention, let me know. I had that. I had some Mezco Newz, and then we'll do the play party. But first, a little bit of show foreplay. Hero sightings. Seems like a lot of things are coming out of the woodwork, including heroes. This is just for you, CC. I want you to know.
Yeah.
Batman 2 has gone into pre-production.
Yeah.
Filming will start January 2026.
So, Cece, you can get a job on set if you want. They're hiring people right now.
Yeah.
I mean,
Can you do any of this? Stunt coordination, costume, makeup, grip, lighting, camera, VFX, anything?
I learned quickly.
He's a quick study.
I am. I am.
Well, Batman 2 is on its way.
Cece will have this sag all over him because he wants this movie made now. He's going to be like 22-hour work days until this film is complete.
Yeah. Christmas holidays.
Oh, now what are you doing?
I am really looking forward to that movie.
I am too. Which the Batman?
Yes.
I am too. Be interesting to see where they go because I've seen some rumors. So, in another attempt to get us to buy a different version of Punisher, I guess he's gonna have a Disney Plus series. I guess that's the way it's gonna go. And then also rumors are he's supposed to be appearing in the new Spider-Man movie.
Yeah.
But here's his new digs, so we'll be getting a figure.
Marvel Legends is hard at work on it right now.
Yeah, I bet customizers and everything. Chewy, good to see you, man. Would you guys be down for another version of this from Mezco, or because we know Legends is going to do it if they haven't done it already?
I would definitely like to see an updated version from them.
Mm-hmm. Doesn't have to be movie version though.
Oh, you just mean like comic or this one?
Preferably comic.
Yeah.
Oh, a comic Punisher. That's a whole different story.
That's what I want.
I'd love to see this. Maybe they have another chance and they give them double jointed elbows now because they're kind of moving away from that single stuff.
Mayfix has got that new Punisher.
Yeah.
We've got a couple of those on pre-order already.
Boba's got them. Boba's the Punisher guy. Boba ordered from them.
Oh, yeah. Hey, maybe they could do both. You have a comic and this one.
I would like to see Mezco do a new comic version or an updated new body.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. What is it? And yeah, Marvel officially announced Punisher and Hulk. And and Hulk. Yeah, I heard about that. It's like it's not the intelligent Hulk. It's supposed to be more of like a savage one, I guess. I don't know. What do you guys think about that? Like,
well, who's doing this movie?
I don't know the director.
Isn't it what the one that did the last one?
Well, I'm just saying, aren't these back to Sony or whatever? Or no?
No.
It's back in the MCU?
Yeah.
That's
I don't know. I just saw the lineup and I'm like,
I just wondering how Sony was going to manage to ruin it.
I heard the Scorpion might be the villain and Mr. Negative. There's like all kinds of rumors flying around.
Yeah, I heard the Mr. Negative thing. I wonder if sometimes they just do that to kind of throw people off, you know. Everything's online and so transparent now. It's like, how do you keep a secret?
Yeah.
So
The guy from Shang-Chi is directing this. Destin Daniel Cretton.
I thought they were doing another Shang-Chi movie too. No? They're not going to do one of them?
Well,
no, they are, but it's supposed to be, I think it's in like 2 years or something.
Oh, gosh, that's a long time.
Yeah. You know, there's not many Marvel projects coming up. I think isn't there only one movie slotted for next year? Maybe two.
Spider-Man and Doomsday.
Yeah, that's it. 2 movies.
That's not bad. I think a lot of people have fatigue, like superhero fatigue. And I haven't seen Fantastic Four yet, so. Or Superman. Hey! So, let's see. Hello, everybody that just joined in. Adam, thank you, man. Appreciate you. So, yeah,
Adam.
You'll be getting this figure. Here we go. Remember, bear with me. It's a ride. All of this stuff is going to make sense. It will, I promise. Oh, man. So I got a lot of messages this week, which I already talked to you about, right? A lot of them were, how should we say, inquisitive, right?
Mm-hmm,
so instead of like typing the same thing over and over and over and over again, because for some reason, I guess my military training, the way I type to people think that it's cold, or what were the other words that were used this week? I was scolding somebody.
Yeah.
I was being mean. So I guess it doesn't translate well. So we'll just do this video, and then you can see that I'm very compassionate and caring about the message that I want to give to you. Too fake?
Yeah. Looking forward to it.
Yeah. She's like, mute, and then he puts something on the watch. No, but seriously, man. Hey, I'm telling you. I thought about this. I'm like, this is going to tie in together, right? Right. So, you know what we talk about? Bear with me. Stick with me on this, please. You know how we always talk about the question that was asked, like, why do you keep saying that's not a prediction, it's a spoiler? Or why do you keep saying that this show is ahead of its curve? It's like all you're doing is talking about the same shit over and over. And I was like, you, sir, are incorrect, and you don't watch the show.
Mm.
I was like, yeah, because it's not a prediction, it's a spoiler. Really quick, bear with me. So this is only going back 4 episodes. So in episode 210, remember, this is what 1, 2, 3, 4, about a month, maybe.
Today.
No. Well, I hear a lot of people talk about slideshows, and it's because people don't pay attention to things. But if you have visuals, it helps. You might grab their attention. So we only got it for 5 seconds. So let's grab it back and get it. So in episode 10, we talked about the impact of like clickbait content, misinformation, disinformation. We talked about tariffs and how stuff would be rising in price, right? And we talked about financial preparation, PayPal and Force, stuff like that, just to kind of get yourself prepared for the convention. Remember, this is only for first 4 episodes. The rest of them are all gold too, but I just took the last 4. So in 216, this is where it gets interesting. We talked about going to the Mezco booth first. We talked about networking and helping with exclusives. Remember, the con hasn't started yet. Remember that. We also talked about daily allocations and daily limits because that's what they were doing previously. Misinformation, disinformation, we pretty much beat that into the ground, everyone. We talked about exclusive shipping dates. Hey, they usually follow this format. And if you go back, I think you even hear me say, but who knows? Maybe they'll ship earlier. We also talked about exclusives and what makes them exclusives, right? Remember we were talking about that? Does everybody have to have one? If it is rare or something like that, does it make it exclusive? We talked about convention-only exclusives because we talked about Void Cadet Gomez, right?
Yep.
Right. Last one. I chopped one up for you.
Mm-hmm.
219, we talked about the Rumbler, what ifs. We nailed the price point on the Rumbler. Just putting that in there. We also talked about content creators and beef. We also talked about what you need to watch what you say around people. We talked about ways to avoid those issues. And we also pitched the create a content creator combat club. Moral end of the story was don't talk shit, right?
Yeah.
Now I know somebody's gonna say, oh, he's taking shots at something that's happened in the community. I'm not. All of these things that we're talking about right now is stuff that I went through like this week. Because I had a bunch of people that kept asking that question. Why do you keep talking about stuff if this is a positive show? The reason why you talk about these things when it's at a low tone, that way when you do get to these situations, you're able to handle them a little bit more clear-headedly, right?
Yeah.
Right.
It's emergency preparedness.
Exactly, right? You could say that you're proactive instead of being reactive, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Right. This ties into this one because I want to ask you a question really quick. What is the deal with people saying my toy company is better than your toy company, or whatever you collect, my company is better than yours? Remember, it all ties in.
Yeah.
Why do you think people do that?
Clicks.
Or even in the groups. Why do you think people just intentionally go and it's like, my dad beat up your dad?
Yeah, it's for the attention and get a reaction.
Right?
Yeah. Some people are just miserable and they want to make other people around them miserable as well.
Well, and if you're watching this, yeah, I know that 100% of the other shows they do this, they will talk about whatever's negative or the problem. The difference is with like this one is like we'll talk about what the problem is, but we also talk about solutions. Like all the slides that we talked about, those things, those topics, we usually give suggestions or things to kind of make it better. And so this is one of those things too. And one of the things that I put up this turtle post, and I'm very honest with you when I say this, I don't care if somebody gets on my post and they have a conversation about stuff. I'd rather have like a conversation with somebody that has like add some value to the whole conversation. But if you're
It
there just to like,
sucks.
huh?
It sucks.
And I get it, dude. And that's another thing too. I want to make this very clear. I get it. It's the internet and it's free. It's free for you to say whatever you want whenever you want. I totally get it. But I mean, if you're gonna jump on somebody's post, at least add some value. So
Trash.
these turtles came up, and a bunch of people came in and were like, "Yo, this company is better. NECA's better. NECA's better. NECA's better." And one guy messaged me. He's like, "I don't know why you're collecting this shit. Look at it. It looks like crap.
Hmm.
Why do you collect this shit?" I'm like, "I don't want to do this today."
Just because of one release?
Here's the thing, and you try to have rational conversations with people. Again,
yeah,
we got to get through it. You try to have
Is
rational
Emmanuel Page
conversation
gonna
with
have to
somebody and
choke
say,
a bitch?
"Well, not even that. It's you just want to have a conversation, right? My buddy, my guy. Why do you feel like that? Oh, because they're just better. Their price point, and you go through this whole list of stuff, and I say, hey man, I totally understand what you're saying. I said, but here's the counterpoint to it. I don't collect NECA.
Yeah.
Boom.
You have some great points for you as a collector. Oh well, they just suck, and I'm gonna come on your post and say that. It's your right, dude. But and then one guy did it, and this is where the other stuff came into play. I said, he said, these look like shit. I go, you do know they're prototypes, right? They're not finished yet, right? So
Everyone
you're
said the same thing
comparing.
about the first turtles at first.
I was like, you do know that these aren't finished yet. So I said, I get what you're saying, but it's not the finished product. Well, they look like ass or something. NECA's better. And I go, you know what? You should collect NECA. I was like, dude, I don't know how many times I got to keep saying this. I don't collect NECA. It's out of scale. It doesn't fit with my main line. So I don't have any desire to cut that line. Doesn't mean that your line is not king. I'm happy for you. I said, but this thing that you're doing right now, and that everybody does with everybody, you know, my line's better than your line. It's like, dude, come on. We're not high school, man. Just tone it down. And this is not done yet. Well, they don't make turtles. Well, I was like, you haven't seen the last two offerings? I don't remember NECA turtles going for like triple the price. And so, but here's like, so that starts happening. You try to have a conversation. And again, my skills with this, I guess it comes off condescending. It's probably coming off condescending now. But you try to explain something, and because somebody doesn't agree with you, it turns into this big old thing. And I think that kind of parallels what's happening right now, not pointing out certain people, but in the community. I think it's a great parallel for that. Where was it?
Paul.
What did he say?
Low blood sugar rage.
Yeah, I was like, dude, why are you eating, man? I was like, and I wanted to have a conversation. Why do you think it is like that? And I'll speed through this. But what I got from this was, and the interaction that I had with a couple people. So if you're watching this and you think that I'm talking about you, I'm not. I'm talking about the other 15 to 20 people that just did the same thing. Dude, I totally get it. You're passionate about your line and everything. I want to have a conversation with you. But it comes to a point, and this is where I think all this other stuff that's happening right now is the reason why. It's because people don't treat other people like they would if they were in the opposite position. Does it make, treat people like you would want people to treat you, right?
Yeah.
There was a
The golden rule.
Yeah. What's the origins from the Bible or Confucius? One of those. I only know the great philosopher Mike Tyson, who summed it up very, very, very well.
I eat his heart. I eat his children.
Yeah.
That one.
Praise to be Allah, all that kind of stuff. Yeah. But yeah, I think sometimes social media does that. And instead of saying some of the things that people say, I think a lot of times if you put yourself in that situation, I think there's a different perspective that you would get from it. You know, just treat people like you would want to be treated. So if you feel comfortable coming on to a post that I made and you want to have a discussion, or you just want to like shit comment or whatever else like that, I think you should also be aware that just like you have that right to do that, I have the right to respond if I choose. And you can't say someone's being sensitive if you're getting sensitive about my response. A lot of people, if you don't want any kind of stuff, you should
On
just
your
say
post. Get
on my post.
sensitive about your response on your post. Yeah.
Yes, and I think, and again, this parallels everything that's going on right now. There's a lot of like these little things that are happening, and a lot of it's communication. It's a lot of people not treating each other with like respect and understanding. If someone has a boundary, you should respect it. And I'm bringing it back to me. I have boundaries. I don't think that they're unreasonable. It's just respect. If you want to get on and make a joke or something and I respond to it, or if you want to get on and like spread a bunch of misinformation or something like that, Mezco takes 10 years to put out figures. No, they don't. Oh, well, you being mean. No, dude, you're saying something. I'm correcting you, just like I would expect you to correct me. But there is, and it happens. And what happens? Those things kind of build up, and people get into situations. You deal with something with a 0 and you add 100. I don't want it to get to 100. I would rather like stop it. Do you know what I mean? So I think a lot of people need to kind of take that. The one guy, and I'll end it on this. The one guy, he messaged me and he said, hey, you know, you put it on a public forum. I can say what I want to say. And I responded the same way I did, right? I said, you are correct. You can say whatever you want. But I'm telling you right now, if you come on my post and you say something and I don't agree with it, I have the right to respond to it. And there shouldn't be any issues with it. And he's like, well, he goes, he said something else. And I said, I tell you what, you should always try to reverse it. Whatever you're doing, you know, if you think, hey, I should be able to price bash. Okay, fine. I should be able to say whatever I want on your post, right? That's fine. What if I went to your post every single day and with my condescending, what was the other word? Condescending, well, I don't think smug was one of them. It was something like condescending, something else. Just any negative word you say. What if I went on your post and I did it every day, every time you said something?
Yeah.
Would you not get mad?
Annoyed for sure.
Yeah. So that's what it is. Like that's pretty much the gist of the whole thing. I think we all need to just kind of treat each other a little bit better, a little bit more respect, and then ask yourself, maybe take 20 seconds before you start typing something and say, am I cool with somebody doing this to me? How would I feel about it? How would I react to it?
Yeah.
That's it. I won't drag it out.
Yeah.
But I needed to say it. Mike Tyson quote. What is it? It's a shame that something like this even you said. It does, and it does. It does suck. People shouldn't be like that.
I don't know why there always seems to be this this sentiment where someone has to take someone else's joy. And maybe it just goes back to, you know, if you're miserable and, you know, then you want other people to feel miserable too.
Mm-hmm.
I never understood why those aren't the folks that can't just crawl up somewhere and die. I just
see 0 to 100.
Yeah, I don't understand. I just don't understand why that's so difficult. You know, why do you feel like you have to make somebody else miserable because you are?
They feel like they're being
and why is that considered okay? Like I don't understand that.
Yeah.
They say don't yuck my yum.
Yeah, and like I said, don't get me wrong. I think if you want to comment, I don't want people to think that, oh, no, don't comment on this stuff. No, dude, look at, yeah, that's what is going to happen. But look at the other, look at other comments. I always try to comment on other people's, that they say something, right? It's just the energy that you bring to it. I get it if you don't want to. I had a very nice conversation with somebody today. I hope it was okay. That's the impression I got after we got done with the conversation, But we talked about some stuff that was kind of on both sides, that was kind of touchy. But we both expressed how we felt about it, and it was a good conversation. And I'd love having that. But I know it's not always roses and flowers. But I think that when you're having a conversation, especially with people you don't know, I think that there's boundaries. And you should be able to tell somebody without them getting pissed off. Hey man, this is my boundary. You're kind of in there.
Well, here's what people don't realize is that a conversation implies it's two-sided.
Right.
Right. A lot of people come at your post and they want to talk at you. You can't respond. They just want to be able to talk at you, and you're supposed to just take that.
Right.
But that's not what a conversation is. A conversation is being able to have two sides, express yourselves without name calling, right? And leave it at that. But if you can't form a statement or, an idea without having to tear somebody down, then that means you really didn't have a statement or idea to begin with. Not one worth value.
Our beginnings were like that, right?
Yeah, you were abusive to me online. I didn't want to bring it up. That is the way it started.
I have
maybe they have a point. No, I'm joking. I'm joking.
DC was
no,
DC
I know.
was
That's
trolling.
What's that guy? The Asian guy? You ever seen him on
Bobby
Netflix?
Lee?
Ronnie Chang.
Oh.
He's my wife says I have tone issues. I was like, oh yeah. It's just military. I'm very matter of fact, and I like to just state that kind of stuff. But the reason why I say I think that this eliminates a lot of the stuff that's going on. Especially, you should be able to communicate with somebody. There's no right or wrong. You should just be able to say, hey man, you're saying a bunch of stuff. It's kind of left. And my favorite one, and I've heard this 4 times this week. I was just joking.
Yeah.
Listen, if you're not friends with the person,
yeah,
and they don't understand your sense of humor, it's not a joke.
Yeah.
If you're making a joke at that person's expense, even publicly, it's not a joke.
Yeah.
And if the joke's not funny, it's not a joke.
Yeah.
And you're dealing with people that don't know you or don't understand the situation. And you should be able to tell somebody, hey, nah, it's not cool.
Yeah.
And then part ways. Obviously, I'm not the person that you probably need to be friends with or want to be friends with. I'm cool with that. But I think it just solves a lot of things. You just treat people like you want to be treated. Would you want somebody getting on your post and saying some of the stuff that you're saying? I don't know how people would feel. Can you imagine if businesses did that? Somebody shit talk and said, and businesses were like, yeah, you remember when your card got declined 5 times?
I want that.
Remember when you tried to send us a broken figure? Oh my, can you imagine the tea that could be spilled from a business standpoint?
Yeah.
You get a preview of it. I'm not calling this person out, okay? But you get a preview of it with like Vala. Vala does not care when he sees people kind of taking shots at his company and stuff. He'll let you know. And you see those people can you imagine if everybody was more of a free speech like that? If companies were like that? If Hasbro said that? Yeah, you bought 5 of them. We saw them on eBay. It's just different stuff. It's just kind of put yourself in the other person's position, man.
Yeah.
It'll save you a lot of hassle. People can't handle regular conversation. They need to be centered. They need their own viewpoint to be validated, even challenge your own opinion. Some just like to set it safe. Yeah, I believe that's true. Yeah. Again, not trying to bury this in there. People just can't say they disagree. They're threatened by opposing views. It's weird. Matter of fact, isn't worth the energy. That's very true. I'm addressing it because I've had people they message me, and again, I'm new to this, but I'm not new to it. I dealt with this in the military all the time, and I know there's people out there that like to play games. Trust me, you can't do it with me. I've seen a lot of shit. I've supervised civilians. I supervised uh MC can tell you, like, your lower ranking people, and they always try to pull shit on you all the time. And I've done both of them at the same time. Sex joke.
Well, you had to
So,
supervise MC for almost 2 years.
yeah. What's he trying to do all the time? Let me see if I can split this. But there isn't a game that you probably can play that I haven't seen before, and it's like you just stop playing games, man. It's cool. Just be cool. Be cool. What? Oh, I got text. Well, we don't need people to emulate Bobby. No, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying he's toxic at all. I use that as an example that there's somebody that owns a person that owns their own toy company, and they respond the way they feel like they can. Most companies, they're PC, right? You just have, well, I guess we'll take a look at that later. That kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Your issue has been noted.
Yeah. But and this is new wave of companies. Companies are more transparent. They're online now, right?
Yeah.
And so it's almost like you are under the microscope. And I'm surprised a lot of them haven't gone to that thing like, yo, man, shut up. You don't like the stuff? Just don't buy it.
Yeah.
Bobby's like Chris Jericho. You just made the list.
Yeah. But most companies, they have that, okay, sorry, we'll take a look at it and stuff like that. With Vala, he sees that and he keeps getting it, and then finally it gets to a point, just like anybody, it's like, yo, I got to respond to this, and it's the same way. And that's the problem with people in the community. I think you just start taking this stuff in so much, and then people hold it, and then it explodes, and then you got a guy doing a 20-minute rant on it. So we'll end it right now.
Time.
Dude, yeah, time, exactly. I saw CC, but he did the thing. But seriously, treat people like you want to be treated. I guarantee you it'll knock out 80 to 90% of this stuff. And just to let you know, I love to have conversations, even if you have an opposing viewpoint. But I tell you what, if you get on my post and you start talking reckless, just remember, it's fair for me to match the energy.
You're going to get your cranium cracked.
No, I don't do that. It's always facts. It's never, it's never anything else. But yeah, just be cool, man.
Meet me at the con.
Jeez, that'll be sure. Yeah, yeah. You don't even want it to get like that, don't you?
No, that's so. How old are these people? Like, playground bullshit.
Well, you want to avoid all that. I don't even want that kind of stuff. But that's how it goes, 0 to 100. Because people don't know boundaries. Know your boundaries. Treat people with respect. End it. Toy Talk. The Mac Man, the animated series. Did you see these dropped? Till the very end, this dude is just gonna keep putting out stuff. I admire him so well.
And then we need to add something new, like guaranteed things in life, death, taxes, and Todd McFarlane's drops on the daily.
Yeah.
Man. I don't think I've seen anybody utilize a license to its fullest potential than this guy. This guy shouldn't be getting shit for anything. Vehicles, figures, all very timely, fast.
All variations, comic, movie, animated series. Saw it drawn on a bathroom wall, so I made the figure.
Holy crap. I literally think he was like just doing this stuff at the con, like, all his signed signatures. He's like doing, it's impressive. It does make me think what's going to happen when he leaves, and then people, how people give him a lot of shit about stuff. It's like, what are you going to do when you're not getting all these offerings? He's done some really good work in terms of like character selections, not Batman. It's, what did they put out the other day? Like Calendar Man or something? Or I was like, what the hell?
Yeah.
But if you need this and this Build-A-Figure, this Jonah Hex, which is really cool.
Deep cut.
Yeah. MC, you got the Bruce Wayne, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
we did.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry, Ted.
Yeah, right. He won't, Jeff. He will. You just said it. You just willed it into existence.
Yeah. He's probably
posting tomorrow. Big Barda.
Yeah. Dude, that would be hilarious, man. Yeah. Yeah, but Todd, he's putting out this stuff till the very end. This is a test. I saw this and thought this was very interesting. I don't think this is the first time they've done this, but Mythic Legions is putting out in very limited numbers test shot figures. What do you guys think about test shot figures?
Feeding the scalpers again.
Mm-hmm. These things go for big money.
There's not enough for everybody. It shouldn't go up.
Yeah. Wow. You always see these getting after a sale, then they go up a few months later. And big money. We'll trade this for one wave.
Yeah. Yeah. And they'll sell out in about 45 seconds.
Really? What's the average aftermarket price for that?
A lot.
Yeah, depending on the figure.
Yeah. If you get like I think the Mythic Legions are going to go higher than like Necronominus. That dude's going to go for a grip.
And he's one of them?
Yeah. He's the second one from that's him right in the middle right there.
He's going to sell it almost instantly.
Yep. Poxus, who is the one in the middle of the next one, he'll probably go because he's one of the 4 horsemen too.
That's Sun Wukong will probably go quick. That's an excellent figure.
Valiant Knight right there. That'll go.
The horses, all this stuff?
Mm-hmm. Like you don't put 2 in your cart, just put 1 and go.
Yep.
I've seen this once, but I've never even attempted to buy one. I didn't know that these were that. I guess it's kind of like a Mezco test shot.
Let me look on eBay and see what one's going for right now. Mythic Legion.
So like to me, this is something for like a deep cut super fan, like collectible.
Yeah. Oh, there's one Belphegor. $440 he's on eBay for right now.
$400?
Yep.
What's the sold? Can you tell that?
Let me look. Hang on.
Do these move?
Oh, yeah. They're posable, aren't they, CC?
Yeah.
Like they're just grays. Oh, wow. There's a Cosmic Legion on there. Kragnar, who's the big forearm guy, for $569.
Jesus. So I got an education by one of the project managers when I was at San Diego. We were talking about prototypes and test shots.
Mm-hmm.
And I was showing him, I was like, do you guys have these? And he looked at it and he goes, oh yeah. He goes, I got that one. And I was like, really? Yeah. And he's like, yeah. And he said, and then I got like 3 broken ones. And I was like, wow, that's he goes, yeah, I threw 2 away the other day or something, you know. And then another guy that I talked to, he told me, he's like, those go for money? And I was like, yeah, man. I was like, there's hardcore collectors that love this stuff. And he's like, why? And he said, same thing. He's like, I got these just kind of like laying around. And then he educated me on it. He's like, that's not like a prototype. He goes, test shots are this, you know? He's like, test shots are the ones that are like one color tone. We use them for test shots. And he said, prototypes are what you see in the booth. Because somebody had it listed that it was a prototype. He goes, that's not a prototype. That's a test shot. Because those don't move and stuff. He goes, prototypes have some movement, but not a lot, maybe, you know? He said, but he was telling me, he goes, it boggled his mind that people wanted this. And I said, and I was trying to explain it to him as a collector. I was like, it's kind of like a behind the scenes collector's piece. You know, you want it because that's part of the Lions history. And he's like, oh, people pay money? I'm like, yeah. It's like weird. So, yeah. I was So do you think companies should do this? I mean, I know Legends is doing it, but like other companies, I know Hasbro's not going to do it. You know, some of the bigger companies, but like smaller companies like Savage Crucible or Mezco. Do you think has a
I'm
market?
glad more companies don't do it because you won't even be able to be in the cabal for the entire weekend after this sale.
Hate,
With the
discontent.
amount of bitching and complaining that'll be going on after this sale, like it's going to sell out in minutes, and you know you have to listen for days because of those minutes. It's not worth it to me.
This is like a brand new avenue. I've never been down. I didn't know that this was a big thing.
Yeah.
So you're saying these probably won't even last until this 9 to 16 date, huh?
No.
I'm assuming they must be doing two different ones. They're doing one on 8/9 and then one on 8/16.
Oh, okay.
Because it's not going to last that long. Like I said, it'll be gone in minutes. Literally.
Wow. And you said they do have range? Is it so it's just like a status piece, pretty much?
Yeah, that's all it is.
Huh.
That's all it is.
You guys don't like it?
Nah, I'm not a fan.
I'm good. I don't need it in my collection.
I'm not a fan.
I think it's great for the hardcore collectors if that's what they're into, but not the aftermarket. Like CC said, it's sad because the people that really want it, that are like completion, you know, like if Mezco were to do a page, I'd rather kissing your ass, as you guys know, but I'd rather see it go to you. That's someone that's going to, you know, use it to finish their collection instead of a Jawa that's going to put it on the for sale page.
You know, that is like a limit for me. I have a couple, and I lucked into those, but I don't consider those part of the line. Do you know what I mean? Like those are things that were outside. They weren't sold. They weren't available. So I don't even consider that part of the collection. You know, so if somebody has it, I think it's cool, but I don't sit there and cry at night because I don't have prototypes that Mezco made, you know. It's just a bonus if I can get one, but I never knew this was a thing. With Legions I didn't know. So I mean it's cool. I get it to a certain extent. Move forward. So you're telling me there's a chance. Winter's coming, kind of. All right. So what a difference a day makes, right? This was also kind of connected to what we talked about earlier. Don't worry, not bringing it up. But I did have a couple people make comments on this, like, you know, the standard stuff. Mezco's taking forever as usual. And so the counterpoint to that is if you look at some of these dates, the original date for this was like either July or August on some of these. Like Captain America, that was July. And some of these, they got moved. Dang it, I didn't include the other thing. Well, let's just do this. Hold on a second. But some of these dates, they just got pushed back a month. And again, what goes along with the, you know, that's not a prediction, it's a spoiler, good information kind of thing. You know, we talked about this last week, and there were a couple of people at the convention asking the employees, hey, when is this coming out? And instead of talking to them, they were using sign language. Kidding. I'm stalling to pull this up. But
450 was one that sold, the highest one I saw in there for class test shot.
Jeez.
And it was originally 500, but he marked it down a little bit and sold it for 450. So that's insane.
Okay, here's the big question. Does he charge for shipping?
I took it down. and packaging.
He does
No,
charge for shipping?
I didn't see if he charged for shipping. I actually closed the window already. So
dang it. Well.
Ship some baby oil with it.
Yeah. Well, so there were some people that asked some of the people working at the booth, they said, "Hey, when is this figure coming out?" I think most of them were like the ones that were close, like Captain America, Thor, Deadpool, and all that stuff. And so the answer that was given was 6 weeks. And so if you look at some of these dates, like God bless you.
Thank
you. But the dates that this little scale that moved, it's like a month. I think people are reacting to this like, this got pushed back 8 years. No, if most of these ended in like July and August, and if you look at this is just a month over. And so what they're doing, and it kind of proves the point with Terrifier, because that got changed, and then they said that they're charging for that on the 11th. I think they just kind of pushed it back a month, 2 months. That way, whether it's, either on the water or so it could get through customs, because from my understanding, these were inbound.
Seems like anytime they take the time to make adjustments that are small, that means it's coming. You know what I mean? Like, they're not going to just slide it back a month and then turn around in 2 more months and then slide it back another month. They don't seem to, or usually that's not the history that they do that. If it's a small adjustment, it's
coming. Yeah, I and that's one thing that I was trying to point out, because I don't think a lot of people see that. They see a release date change.
Yeah.
Because this guy decided he wants to use big red letters. All dangerous stuff. Your color palette choice is very bad. You should have chose a one more calmer tone, Paige, next time mentally. But I think people see that and they automatically just go into, red mode. Let me write that down. Fix that later, Paige. Choose something else. But they saw like the release date. But if you look at these dates, it's like a month. And I'll be honest with you, Terrifier was the first one. I honestly think that you're gonna see these kind of trickle out. The big one's Nightwing. We'll talk about him in a second. But Nightwing got pushed back again. So a lot of people were very vocal about that one. I still think the same thing. I think that you're gonna see that one, all of these, to be honest with you. So just to let you know, that stuff's coming. But it did get pushed back.
Damn it.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know why that's there. Oh, that's because it's on the page. So we got to get
drinking.
Yeah, it was KJ. Let's do this. Oh, yeah, because I'm on the other page. I'm not on there. But yeah, don't freak out. Maintain calm. We just got done with the convention. I mean, a lot of people spent money, and then people are saying that they think that this is going to lead into December and we're going to have a hard December. I think it'll trickle out a little bit faster than that. That's just me. That's not a prediction. Uh-oh. Just for CC. Avert your eyes, buddy. Avert your eyes for a little bit. Oh, wait a minute. Here we go. Sorry. Do you think they'll do a non-bloody Terrifier asking for CC? I thought originally they were supposed to, the way they were advertising it. And I thought the bloody one was going to be a variant, but I don't know. What do you guys think? CC first. This is his wheelhouse.
He knows this.
Yeah, I mean, consider myself a bit of an expert on these sort of things. That I have to imagine they're going to do a non-bloody. I don't even know what this movie's from. Honestly, Terrifier, I couldn't tell you what that is. I don't have a clue.
You haven't seen it?
Never seen it.
It's a fun coming of age rom-com.
You got Sandra Bullock in it?
Yes, and Keanu Reeves. It's like Speed.
I'm in.
See? Cece, let me ask you this: Do you like horror movies?
So
I know you don't like
scary movies. I don't like gore.
Then you're not going to like this.
No,
I'm not into gore.
You might not enjoy it so much.
I would say that this is probably the third goriest film I've ever seen.
Yeah,
and the other two are probably 2 and 3. It's very, very gory.
Yeah,
it's violent.
Not my.
And not in the weird, quirky sense. I watched. You know what I watched this weekend, and I thought it was actually good. But
Human Centipede.
Huh?
Human Centipede.
No. That's an older one. This is a brand new movie. I have seen that one. Scarred for Life. That ranks up there with Passion of Christ and Precious. Movies. Yeah. Movies I
That
only
is-
need to see once, and
Yep.
that will emotionally and mentally scar you. But no, I saw, and it had some over the top stuff, kind of like Saw, but I thought it was good.
Mhm.
It was Final Destination Bloodline.
Oh, I watched that.
Yeah, I liked it, man. Did you like it or no?
Yeah, Sawyer liked it.
MC's like, so you're on par with the kid. Your
No, it was
movie's-
good. I thought it was fun. Sawyer liked it. He, we watched it the other night. And, I mean, think about it. We were watching that shit on HBO or Showtime when our parents left at his age. So
Yeah.
we turned out mostly okay. So why not give him a proper '80s upbringing?
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with it. It's how you learn half of life, right? Through movies.
Mhm.
Until Dawn, I watched like 3/4 of that and I fell asleep. That was during my sleep cycle thing.
His circadian rhythm was off.
Yeah, I tried watching Terrifier 2. I couldn't finish it, and I love horror movies. It was so gory, I got nauseated, just too much. So, CC, evidently, you can watch it.
Yeah. See, no, yeah. Exactly.
So watch party next week.
Not my thing.
Yeah.
CC Live reacts to Terrifier 2.
Ooh, I'd like to see it. Like what? I've heard some people leave the movie theater and they were puking and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. It was rough.
Yeah, but I mean, face that only a mother could love, right? I mean, this isn't intimidating.
He's a sweetheart.
Yeah, he is. He's misunderstood.
He just wanted that girl's attention.
Yeah, he did. Yeah,
If
he's
she would have
coming.
just
He's coming to
Halloween Horror Nights.
yeah, and spooky. So
Can't wait.
yeah. So, but yeah, this is charging. I think this was in that cycle of paid in full. So I'm really glad because Joes are just killing everybody right now.
Okay, so I have to ask the question. You guys have seen the movies.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Why does everyone want a clean version if these movies are this gory? For how much of the film is he going to be clean?
It depends on which one you've watched, but until he starts getting down and dirty, he usually has a clean look.
He keeps a clean
Until the
suit,
movie
CC.
starts?
He's got a
Is that
Tide
okay?
pen on him at all times, okay?
Yeah, he's just going to stain treat it. I'm gonna rub that
Yeah.
out. Stain treat that. Yeah, it'll come right on out.
Yeah. I think if you haven't seen the movie, this character is unique enough just on like creepiness alone. And here, let me let's pull this up too. Let me get this really quick.
Oh boy.
So, full disclosure, kind of off subject, but on subject. You know how CC loves the MDX or not the MDX dolls, the Living Dead dolls? For the Mezco contest, I did it and I entered CC's email.
Wow.
Oh man, that's funny.
I have a feeling you did that just to test the prize thing.
Did you imagine if he thought he got his pending prize and he opens it up and it's, Damien and the Exorcist and all that stuff? Oh man.
Can
He's
you
the best
imagine
gift ever.
if he won and he still had to wait again? Poor guy. Let me take this down. How do you take it down? Okay, and then share. So, CC, do you mind if I share this just for a little bit?
Yeah, I can cover my eyes.
Okay. Yeah. So
Aw,
I know. What do you think?
so cute.
Yeah. So I mean, for me, it doesn't let me do it. But for me, it's a cool kind of character. I was thinking like what other stuff you could do with this, and it is I believe it's the head and neck combo.
I don't need those laying around the house.
Yeah. This is the thing that people are gonna think is really cool.
The light up head, the candles in it.
It's gonna be really cool. Yeah, head neck combo. When I looked at this, I was like, Joker. You could put Joker on here and do some weird shit with him. And these accessories, we put a couple out. during the every time we show them, like put like different ones out and stuff like that. The accessories are really cool. They're very detailed.
I like that cat of nine tails or whatever it is that he has from the movie. It's got like a scalpel, a screw.
Yeah, that thing is mad wicked. It's
Brutal.
yeah, this and the weapons and stuff like that. I know it's $115, and people are like, I don't want to pay that much money for accessories, but he's a pretty unique character.
Trash bag.
Yeah, the trash bag. I think that's another thing too. It's like kind of one of those, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
I can see people parting that out, a lot. I'll call it right now. That will go $25. Somebody will say $25 for a trash bag.
And someone will buy it.
Yeah, unfortunately. Mezco Terminator license. That would be cool. I just want a clean version. Yeah, I'm wondering if because they did this bloody version, the initial promo stuff that they had, there was like a clean version somewhere. I can't remember if it was the pre-order that they did, like the average, the pre-order.
The solicit.
Yeah, there's it's coming, that kind of thing. I can't remember if
Yeah.
it was that. I've seen it. I have seen it. Hopefully it wasn't like behind the scenes stuff, but I've seen it and I was wondering maybe they'll do I thought they were gonna do that first and then do the bloody as the MDX or something. Maybe they'll do it the other way around. So I love the videos him interacting with fans. Yeah, man, it's weird.
Intense.
He's very creepy. There's actually two actors. The one that did the like the pre-movie, the Campfire one, and then there's I can't remember the name. It's like Campfire Tales or something like that. It's like a collection of stuff. And then they did like a mini movie, and then this other guy took over. I have two Mezco figures. I like what they do, and I have Joker and Batman the Animated Series on pre-order. Yeah, I think people are really gonna like Joker. The Night Circle. Oh, here we go. Yeah, there it is. All the movies with Art the Clown. Thank you, Joey. The Night Circle, which is in the next movie, All Hallows Eve. Yeah, and then you had Terrifier 2 and 3. The guy I think that did 3, 2, and the first one, I think he's the one that's coming. So, but yeah, he's coming. Sorry, we're done. Nighty night. All right.
Next subject.
Yeah, I try to get out. So I know that there's been remove. I know there's been a couple people that have done reviews and stuff like that, and I didn't want to do a review, just I don't do them anyway, but kind of like have a little write-up and talk about this a little bit, if you guys are cool with it. So I opened up my Nightwing. Yeah, I opened up my Nightwing.
What
And
did you do?
I was like, sit. And just did. So, because I am so-called biased about things, I guess, I did want to talk about this. So, I opened this up, and this is the first thing I did with them. I mean, I sent you guys stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Because what's the biggest area of concern with this that we hear on the message boards and stuff?
Costume holding up.
Costume, yeah. It's people, they really don't like this pleather. And I know a lot of people thought it was going to be like pleather overlays over a suit, but this is your kind of like Captain Nemo pleather. I wouldn't even say it's like Man of Steel. It's a little bit thicker. And so the first thing I did was I was doing like crease tests and stuff like that. Range of motion. I was really curious about that because this is an agile character. You're going to want to do stuff. So this is the first thing I did with him. I plopped him down really quick, And the reason why I did that, I kept him like this for probably about a good 5 or 10 minutes. And then I picked him back up just to kind of look, Because as you can see, that's the material that's going to come with this figure. One thing I will say about this figure that you need to be very careful with is when you take him out of the box. I don't know if it was just mine, but because of the material and because of the joints, he was very stiff. I think this was probably about a good, I don't know, 30 minutes to an hour, and I felt comfortable doing this.
I can tell you were sick.
I was sick.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Did I
It's the
do
first
something
time
wrong?
I've ever seen you use an action figure stand.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, that was something else too. I couldn't get him to balance. So yeah, I must have been sick.
Yeah, your equilibrium was thrown off. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what it was. I don't know if it was the ankles or the pose I was trying to do, but he wouldn't stay up, and I was like, I just want to show that he can do this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so I did this, and I kept him there for a little bit, and then I'll zoom in. But what? So that's after the kick. So just like with any of this stuff, you're gonna have like a little bit. It's like the Spider-Man costume. You know how that. You know how people were talking about that overlay, and when you raise his arms and do stuff, you're gonna start seeing those little creases. It's gonna be the same way with this. And so I would highly recommend just the based off the time that I spent with him, that depending on how you're displaying him under lights or other stuff, your conditions in your room, I highly recommend that you don't keep him in a dynamic pose. I think that even though I only did it for like 10 minutes, I think if you kept him in a pose, you're gonna have like long-term creasing.
Man, that thing looks good though.
It dude, I really like the way it looks.
It looks good.
I want to put more time into. So see, you can. I mean, if you were nitpick looking, you could see it, but from afar, you know.
Yeah.
And again, this was
Did you
after
try
I
to rub
had
it
him.
out?
I'm sorry.
Did you try to rub it out?
I did do that. I do that all the time though. I really try not to let the material get stuck in the crease. But yeah, I rub that dick out. Yeah. So, but yeah, this was the pose, and then afterwards, I did that. I kind of like smoothed some of it out, and that was what you got. That was after like 10 minutes, and then I know people are gonna, and then of course I had to do this, right?
Yeah. It's a staple.
Hey KJ, how you doing, bro? Good to see you, man. Good to see you, bro. Action figure stands are divine creations. Oh yeah, they put the pre-order up. It's sold out, Bubba. You missed it.
I got 3. DM me for price, Bubba.
Yeah. Rough rubbing. Yeah. I didn't feel like I had any problems doing this. And then, he's sitting. I'm showing you this because that's what it. Now, I'm not trying to zoom in on Dick's dick, but it's to show you that's what I got. And
Yeah.
then afterwards, straighten it out, as you can
Yeah,
see,
it is.
right?
That's very straight.
Yeah. So this is after the sitting pose, but you see?
Yeah.
This doesn't bother me because I mean, material has wrinkles and stuff like that, but I do think it's important to tell people because that blue one's gonna start coming out, right?
Mm-hmm.
You see, and like I said, I held that pose for a little bit, and that's what I would get, and then I didn't rub that part out over there. I did these kind of like and just maneuver it, but he has range. But when you get him, I would just be very careful because some people are probably just going to try to take the arm and go all the way up really fast. You got to break this figure in.
Think he's got a new body?
I didn't think about that. He's like thicker. I don't want to say it's the Fantastic Four Reed Richards body because it's. Oh, so here, yeah. I don't know. That's a good question.
He's got Spider Gwen's butt.
Yeah, he does. There's nothing.
The Grayson cakes.
Yeah, nope, no. I don't know if I have the one from behind. Arm. I took those two arms up. You can see like bunching and stuff like that. Again, not to worry, but you are gonna have bunching there because it's a suit.
Mhm.
And then I put it down, and again, this was held for like 10 minutes. It just went up. I didn't do anything twisting or anything like that yet. But then that's what it looked like afterwards. And, I got this.
Looks
No
good.
problem. Yeah.
You ended up ordering this too, didn't you?
Yeah. You know what's funny is I don't know. You can tell I buy too much stuff, but I've been forgetting about my redeem points.
Oh.
So I was able to get him for like $24 plus shipping.
Oh, nice.
Joey says this is nowhere near as bad as Superman. I mean, as Spider-Man. Yeah, see, I don't look like when I looked at mine, I didn't. I hate to say that sometimes because people are just like, yeah, Paige, you never have problems. It's like, no, it's I don't know if it's.
You talking about the black suit Spider-Man?
The black when I had the black suit Spider-Man, this material is thicker than that. That black suit Spider-Man, it just feels like there was fabric and they sprayed. I'm not saying this is what they did, but it feels like there's fabric and then they sprayed a latex overlay on it. This feels like a suit, but it's thicker. And I did this. I would say anything past this, you run in your own risk of messing things up because the suit is very thick. You're gonna want to you're really gonna want to push it farther. You're gonna want to put it in poses like it's a Mafex figure, and you're not gonna be able to do it.
Yeah.
Because there is bunching. You're stretching this, so either you're gonna do it and you're gonna damage the suit because you haven't broken it in, or you probably might run the risk of popping one of the joints out, which isn't a bad thing as long as it's not broken. I've done that before with suits. I just pop them right back in.
Gotcha.
Like Bruce Willis, you remember? Wasn't he the one that slammed his shoulder into things like that?
Yeah.
But it's like that. I like it. I'm really looking forward to the blue one, but I don't think I would do anybody any justice if I tell you, yeah, man, take this thing out and it's gonna pose like Spider-Man. You're gonna need to feel this one out. You're gonna need to figure out the suit. And I would definitely say take your time with this one, and don't stretch that material really fast. I think you can do it in micro moves, kind of like little here, little there.
Yeah.
And you'll get this kind of stuff, but it's not something that I would do. I don't know how to say this every single time, and it's definitely not something that I would leave in this pose for a long period of time.
Yeah. Nothing wrong with that. You got to fluff your Nightwing a little bit first.
Yeah. Yes, man. More pen Punisher. This looks more like a rubberized. This looks more like rubberized material than pleather, but it's hard to tell without having it in hand. Yeah, that's the way I felt. I felt like it was, it was a little bit thicker and it was sewn together, and that's kind of what you're gonna have to deal with, like the movement wise. Like I said, I believe it's there. I just think that there are going to be some people that are going to go, you know what? They'll see that pose where he has his back arched completely, where his head's touching. This, again, I only messed with this for like maybe 2 or 3 hours, but I I felt like Spider-Gwen had way more range of motion than this did, and that's not a knock against this. It's just be careful. Did I shield too much? Perineum photos are special. Well, here, let's go back and give him a good perineum photo. There you go. This portion of the segment is going to 78 points of articulation. Nice crotch shot. Just for you, buddy. I'm here for the Doc Knock giveaway Paige was talking about. Oh, we just did it, man.
Yeah, dude.
And you had to be here to claim it.
Just missed it.
You won.
Thing of beauty.
Did someone make a dick joke yet? No, it's been pretty PG.
Yeah, we're very serious around here.
Yeah. I dug F4. Haven't seen Soups yet. I want to see that. Spider-Gwen body is one of the best ever. Yeah, yeah. I really like her a lot. I had fun rocking that body. So yeah. Any questions?
Yeah, there's one from the town.
Boom, look at that.
There's Quack, man. There's Quack here.
So yeah, be careful when you get dicks in hand. Now that we're done with that, play party.
Can I mention something?
Yes, sir. Please do.
This Death Adder that came with the Rumbler. Oh my goodness.
What do you like? Oh no.
Perfect.
No.
Leave it.
No. How do I get this farther back? Yeah. Death Adder, go.
So the new head sculpt, it seems to be completely different than the original one. I don't remember the coloring being the same with this one.
Mm-hmm.
That smoking cigar attachment is really nice, right? But all in all, just the way this figure is put together, from the boots, this holster, which I'm hoping is going to be kind of like what we'll get with Red Hood.
Mm-hmm.
And this jacket, and I love the bionic arm. Like, this thing's just, this is awesome. This is awesome. And I guess I would wonder, you know how like with Hazard Squad, you had like there was like a normal version and then more of an animated version?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Would you consider this one to be a little more animated?
Yeah, I think it's because of the colors that they used.
Because I
Almost like
bought
a cell
that Gold
shading.
Squad Commander, and I think they're going to be great together.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think so too.
This guy's good. He's good.
Yeah, he caught a lot of flack, and I didn't say anything. I was like, okay.
Yeah, I wasn't a really big fan of the first one. I thought the first one was a little boring to me. I didn't really enjoy it. But I don't know, with the bionic arm and with the new soft goods and the different textures, like it really made up for it to me. Like this one,
that's the thing. Like people kept knocking that part. They were talking about how it kit bashed off of Hawk P40 and I like I said, a lot of times when you see this stuff, like we talked about earlier, I'm just trying to get in arguments with everybody every single day, trying to say wait till it comes out, or you don't have it in him, because people were talking about that arm. They were like, oh, they just reused the Hawk P40 arm, and I'm sitting there thinking, I'm like, yeah, in a way, but everything that people were talking about that Hawk P40 arm that made it difficult, they took that shoulder pad, that pauldron thing off, so it gives you more range. And like you said too, the Death Adder, one of the things with him is like the material was very. You know how everybody says, oh, the material on Superman is baggy, right? Even though it's a prototype and they'll tighten it up, right?
Yeah.
But everybody's talking about, oh, I want my suit skin tight. And I don't think people understand that when you do that, it's restricting the character movement.
Yeah.
And that's what Death Adder was. That suit, it looked really good, and it was on tight. And so it really restricts his ab crunch. And with that one, you don't really have that. I mean, at least I didn't feel like it did, but
this one's good. This one's great. I think he's greatly improved over the original release. Great. Just my opinion. It greatly improved. I like the cigar thing. I know everybody was complaining about not getting alternate head sculpts, but I think this one's good enough. I do wish I had more hands. You don't get a lot of hands, but
Yeah. I haven't tried taking the, the howling one, the Hawk P40, and seeing if those. I'm pretty sure those hands are compatible, but then again, I can't remember if they gave Adder the same number of hands or the same hands.
I think Adder's hands are different, aren't they?
Let me look.
P40 doesn't have 4 fingers, does he?
Mm-hmm. He does.
Does he?
Yeah. You want me to go grab him?
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of how many sets of hands do you
Sawyer let you
have?
borrow him?
Yeah, just go to Sawyer's room. How many sets of hands do you have for that one? I can't remember.
It's a total of 4 pairs of hands total.
Oh, so two each?
What's that?
Like, so 2 each? 2 rights, 2 lefts?
Yeah, four pairs of hands.
Okay. It's the same for Hawk P42. Here, let me flash this. Let me flash you really quick.
Is the original Hawk P40 or you want the Howling Commando? Because that one I don't. Might have to dig out.
I'm going to pull that one up. So, these CC, are these the ones that you have? Oh, here you go. These. Ah, come on, you stupid. These. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. This one has total 2, 4, 6, 8 hands.
Yeah, I think it's about the same.
These are the same shape hands.
But I think those hands look a little different. I don't know. Can you zoom in a little further?
Yeah, it's not letting me zoom.
I don't
there we go. How about that? So there's 8 total. Do you see any of those? Mezco won SDCC for me again 2 years in a row. Yay!
I think they're a little different.
So I'm pretty sure that these are, and this is that pauldron I was talking about. Like, they took that off.
Yeah.
I got him.
Was it still waiting for Rumble to ship internationally? I'm curious if the cyborg arm can be modded at the same length as the other. Oh, you mean like take the other arm out of Death Adder?
I think he wants to make it a little bit shorter because his left arm is a little bit longer than the right arm.
Well, that usually happens with all males, right? Also curious why they gave us version with 1 head. I think it was to cut the cost. And we've talked about this before. I know a lot of people mentioned that they wish there were better paint apps and, more things with that Rumbler, but I honestly think a lot of those decisions were cost-cutting things.
I don't know. I like this figure a lot. I'm not going to complain about him for considering he's the driver with the vehicle.
So yeah, the biggest. I mean, there's better paint apps. I think I'm looking at it side by side right now.
Yeah, on the figure. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like with the Rumbler, like everybody wanted more, because Mezco, they do that. Like, they're very detail oriented. I mean, just look at some of the previous vehicles they've done. I mean, hell, even the Captain Nemo, the skips that they have, those Wave Riders, those are, the paint detail on those are insane. And so I get when people look at those previous offerings like Judge Dredd, Vortex, suit. I mean, even the bike has some decent stuff, but I can see how people are like, yo, what happened and why weren't there more details, paint details? I think it's because they were trying to cut the cost on that to where it could be marketed to a wider audience, I still don't think that price point's bad, but that's just me. Yeah, see, truck was fairly priced. Paint apps on the new Adder head are sick. What is it? Wish I would have waited on Death Adder. Oh, that was something that I had in the notes that I kind of skipped over with the. You're telling me there's a chance. Can we go back just really quick for a second before we do play party?
Well,
So, since I have this up, you know how everybody was talking about how we talked about exclusives in previous episodes and how it goes up for pre-order and then they go to the con and everybody kind of misses it, you know, and then there's kind of some backlash like, oh, it sucks. Now that I see it in hand, I want it. They're selling out of stuff. Well, Mezco reopened their, I guess you would call it a buy it now again for the Rumbler, for Nightwing, and for Gomez. So those are available. They said they had limited what was it? Like,
still available?
yeah, limited availability. That's what was said. Also, please remember, like, if I like put a post up or something like that, and I say limited, some guy tell hey, it's 2 days. It's not limited, is it? Ha ha ha. Yeah, you win. But like, please remember, like, when I put some of that stuff out, I'm going by what they say because it's, you know, that's their information they're giving. But this is still available if you want it. They advertised it that it was going to be limited stock available, but it's still up. So they're giving people a chance to be able to get it. Did you guys hear about this? The math ain't mathin' about this. I heard some people talking about how the price point for this is this much monies. But if you went to the show, it was advertised that, like they have for the last couple of years, that the elevated price for that, or, you know, the price increase for it was because of taxes and government fees. But did you hear about that? Like, people were comparing that, saying, oh, they bought it at the con. It was more expensive that they bought it online. Yeah, you gotta talk about both sides.
Yeah,
it was a concern with collectors, and I was just bringing it up to hear you guys' thoughts.
yeah.
I tried putting it in my cart, and it was more expensive for me to get it shipped from, you know, to get it shipped from Mezco. But then I think you would also have to take in consideration: are you buying a plane ticket, paying a hotel, buying, you know, a ticket to get an SDCC, and you're paying whatever the difference is. For me, there wasn't a difference. It was, you know, it was I think it was like cheaper to get it, you know, from them as opposed to flying to San Diego and getting it. Anyway, hope you understand what I'm saying. Is it shorter? What else changed besides the arm? A lot. CC, what would you say? I know I have a bunch of stuff, but what do you say? Differences between the two?
Well, it's a different sculpt. It might even be a different body, and I'm pretty sure these are different boots.
Mm-hmm.
So all in all, it's a completely different figure, all the way around.
I like the jacket. That was something that really grabbed my attention. Like the jacket, because it's, you know, cut off jacket, and then it has the Hazard Squad, you know, embroidered lettering on the back. I thought that was really cool.
Yeah,
it's really H Squad out. There's quite a few differences.
I really like the holsters, or holster, I should say.
Yeah. But if you need it, this stuff is available. If you missed it during the initial pre-order, the con, it says buy it now, and it does still say free shipping. I think I went through a mock buy, and it still did give me free shipping. So that's not like an old advertisement, and, you know, they said F you missed the first round, you're gonna pay for it now. But this does pose a question to you guys. So they offered, obviously this wasn't available there, but they did offer the other 2 exclusives that were there.
There were exclusives besides Doc Nocturnal.
Well, they sold
Just kidding.
Nightwing, and then they sold Agent Gomez there, and a bunch of other regular stuff too. But which brings up a good point. You know how we did talk about on the show before the con, how we were kind of theorizing about in-person exclusives only.
Mhm.
And they did, the Void Cadet was an in-person exclusive, you know, separate, different packaging than the Vortex suit, strike suit. So that also was sold again this convention. So with them putting these up, possibly hearing feedback from the community and you know, good and bad, do you think that there's a chance that we see that figure again?
Ooh. Did they do a wait list on this thing, or does it just say sold out?
It wasn't. It was only advertised.
Oh, that's right.
Like in person. It said it was in person, and then they didn't have like an official slot for it on the website. I mean, usually I grab promo images for the catalog, and the only one that I could get was the one that they had the booth number stuff on. But the reason why I asked that is because of this, because they did offer these again. They opened them up again. I know it said it was a limited exclusive, but when you go by the Void Cadet, that single, you know, it was only sold there. It hasn't been sold anyplace else. That was the same thing, and that was, I think, in 2000.
I lost the audio. Is it just me?
Me? Who, me?
I can hear you, Paige.
Okay.
CC?
You can't hear us? Uh-oh. Oh, he dropped out.
Oh.
Well, we'll keep it going really quick. So, but with Void Cadet, that was only a con exclusive. It was there. You couldn't get it any other way. And then 2 years later, they reoffered again. So, with taking all those things into consideration, do you think that that would give people a possibility that it might come back?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, there's always a chance. See what the buzz is in the community. You know, like, you know, they listen to the people regardless of what they say.
Yeah. CC, are you good now?
Yeah, I'm back. I don't know what happened.
Yeah. It's the start of the show, buddy.
They reopened the Turtles, didn't they, at one time? Also, like after San Diego Comic Con, didn't they reopen them briefly?
They did
for pre-order.
They've had a bunch of them, and again, I'm not trying to give false hope or anything. I'm just talking about possibilities. It just like I was looking at those kinds of things. The 3 exclusive that they put up, the Void Cadet, they put up other stuff too. I know that Wolverine and Snake Eyes, the Commando version, they sold those online, but then those were also con exclusives. And Wolverine, I'm surprised he's come back 2 or 3 times at the con, and sold out each time. And then
which
Snake
version?
Eyes, I'm sorry,
the Steelbox Wolverine, like
the Uncanny Wolverine, the San Diego exclusive they had.
Yeah.
So he's come back. They've had con exclusives online as well as like in-person only ones. They've come back. So I didn't know if you guys thought that was a possibility or not.
Maybe they'll do like Void Cadet and he'll be with the Reaper next time.
Well, if they did do it, is there something, would it change anything? Bless you. I know we've had some time to like sit down on it a little bit, but if they did do something different, would Is there something that you would change?
I wouldn't change anything, but I wonder, would people be upset if they got another chance at it? I know.
Why would they
some
be upset
people
though?
would. I know some people would, because after they pay the aftermarket price by not being patient,
Mm-hmm.
and then you could turn around and pick one up at retail. Because I still say the biggest appeal of this figure is that it was so limited.
Mm-hmm.
I think had he been a regular release, I don't think he would have seen all this outrage.
Yeah. The what if factor on that one, yeah. I could see that. I'm wondering because he was so limited, you know? I know that there's a lot of them floating around and getting bought, but it was still pretty limited.
Yeah.
And so a lot of people still aren't going to be able to get their hands on it. And yeah, there might be a small percentage of people that may get mad that they paid aftermarket. But if they did do another run on this, if they did, I wonder if there would be more people that would be happy that they got the opportunity to get it again. Even if it was a small window again, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a very complicated situation, you know. I see what you're saying. Like if they advertise and say, "Hey, it's gonna be here," or "It's only online." Well,
Yeah.
that's something. Would you do it online only because of some of the stuff that happened?
Mm.
Would you split it
I
in
would
half?
personally.
And,
I would. I wouldn't want to be bothered. Yeah.
yeah, you know what I mean. Like because of everything and all this stuff, it's like you only put it online and you say, "Hey."
Yeah.
Or would you split it in half and do? But that would suck because it would sell even faster if it was in person. But half online, half in person. It is kind of like we said. It's a no-win situation, no matter what.
Yeah.
You offer it, people will probably get mad, like you said. It's very touchy situation, but worth kicking around. So yeah, just something to think about. Again, these are up if you need them. Play party. We're talking about Gomez. I've seen people throwing figure of the year.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
Lofty words.
Yeah.
There
I always
is
like it when it happens in the first 2 months.
Yeah.
Figure of the year.
Grail.
I'm like, slow down, buddy. 10 more months, bud. Yeah, I've been hearing a lot of. I don't think I've really heard a lot of negative things about this figure. I haven't seen it. Well, but what do you guys think?
From what I saw, it looked good.
Wait, where's yours? I thought you said you had it.
I'm just now opening. I just took it out of the plastic.
Open that bad boy. Reaction. Rock, what's up, man?
I saw Sawyer's for like a second, and he was gone. Just like he stole the Rumbler that I just got back from him. He's like, all right, you can use it. You can use it for now. Just put it back in my room when you're done.
Make sure you fill it up when you bring it back.
Yeah.
What are our highlights? What are some things? I know you're opening yours, MC, right now, but what are your highlights?
Ooh, I like all these trays filled with accessories to steal CC's answer right off the bat. A lot of accessories.
Look at all those hands.
Yeah. This is an interesting take. The in-person exclusivity was a total slap in the face to most fans, especially after 3 consecutive weeks of online exclusives ending with the Rumbler.
Mm-hmm.
It's a genuine question. Are you saying people that bought the 3 exclusives kind of earned the right to be able to buy this because they supported and bought the other 3 exclusives? I'm just trying to understand what you're saying.
Okay.
I think I get the in-person thing because you're saying that you're pushing your fan base into a position that they don't really have a chance, especially if they don't have enough money to get. But I'm just trying to understand the backside of it. So if you can explain that to me, please, I'd love to hear about that.
Yeah.
I really think though you got to look at both sides of that, because when you start getting to the point where everything's online, then why go, right? And like you said, people act like you could just walk into the convention and just buy what you want to buy. Like, you got to pay to get in, and your flight, your hotel room. So just imagine paying all that money to go there just so you can see Galactus in person.
Have the Galactus walking around.
Yeah. Like I can understand why there should be some convention only exclusives. And I think there was complaints about that in the past, that people have said, I'm paying all this money to go and everyone else is getting theirs online. And hell, this time we almost got ours just as fast. So
yeah.
Nobody's talking about that at all, are they?
No.
Nobody's praising Mezco for that. It was all the bitching about.
Not even praising it, just even acknowledging it. I don't see a lot of everybody was very. The irony with that situation is there was such an uproar about me wheeling out like the weeks and stuff like that, and telling people, hey, this is the time frame, and everybody was very strict about it. But as soon as that thing shipped, I mean, the con wasn't even over yet. It was Saturday, and they were shipping the Rumbler, and then they shipped Gomez, I think Sunday, Monday-ish. But I don't see a lot of people saying anything about that. And like I said, the irony is that everybody's like, well, where's Nightwing? They're being too slow about it. I'm like, oh my! I was like, dude, it's only been a week, man. I was like,
how careful do I need to be opening this jacket up?
I bought a couple so I wouldn't have to, I would take one off and not have to worry about it.
Because I'm assuming I got to undo this belt loop, right?
Yeah. Follow up. I bought the 3, and I would easily buy the Shadow, but yeah, that sucks. Oh, Indy, I know. Yeah, Indy, I know you, buddy. Indy from the group. Yep. And how can I be there to get one? Yes, times are hard. Can't fly for a toy. I mean, you're paying, taxes, duties, and tariffs. So I think we've talked about this before. I really feel like American collectors are really spoiled because we complain about $20 shipping, and international collectors are paying close to pretty much what the figure cost in shipping and tariffs and duties. So yeah, dude, I totally get it. I understand.
It's kind of like the Asia Pacific goal thing all over again.
Mm.
Yeah, that thing was such a pain in the ass to get. Oh my god. But then you mentioned that too. That's the completest part of it. That's the that burden that you have with it.
Yeah. It's unhealthy.
Yeah, I think maybe in moderation, like if you have the ability to do it, but then like Indy, there's guys that no matter what, the hand that's being dealt it's not fair. And that's such a hard topic to tackle because they're international. You know what I mean? They don't have access to it too. So yeah, I totally get it.
I don't know how you'd be an international collector.
Let me open his jacket.
I bet it's hard, especially like Canada. I don't know where you would live in Canada. I know some guys that are, and I'm not saying this applies to him, but I know guys that are in Canada that they jump across, they go to New York and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that's not everybody, So, but yeah, man, I totally get what you're saying. I've always been an advocate for international collectors, and especially except ones that get really pissy about it. Not you.
This just in: Paige outs Canadian collectors who avoid tariffs.
Exactly. Run that narrative. Put the banner on there. No, there's some, just like American collectors. I'm an equal opportunity offender. But just like American, there's some Canadian collectors. It's like it doesn't matter what they did. It's always wrong. They're always charging them money, and it's like, dude, you do understand that there are like countries involved that are making those policies. You're acting like Mezco is on with the prime minister or whoever makes decisions over there and going, you know what? Yeah, let's make it this. Yeah, you're right. Let's do it. It's like, dude, it's like some of that stuff is just the people that make those policies. Look at that. Oh my God. I don't know how much is that in. I hate to say this. It sounds like condescending. How much is that in American money? The Rumbler was over 600 Canadian dollars. I shell out so much money to Mezco to stay up to date just for them to suddenly deny access. Well, they did deny access to a lot of people, so I don't think that they were trying to single you out, but there was a lot of people at the convention that got shut out as well.
Imagine that one. Pay all that money to get one at the convention and you still don't get one. So,
I don't know if I would pay. You remember how we were talking about how I said I tried to like flip positions, and if I didn't have the ability to go like I did, how would I have felt and what would I have done?
Yeah.
And I was thinking about it. I was like, would I pay money to fly to San Diego, get a ticket, maybe a room, maybe, to just have the chance to be able to get that figure? I don't think I would have. The amount of money that I would have spent on all of that is probably a fraction. I hate to say it, just buying it on the aftermarket.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that that's an option for Indy or anybody else. I just ticket. I mean, the plane ticket over there, I think was like $300 or $400.
Hotel, tickets to San Diego Comic-Con, food.
Yeah, what were the tickets, like one something?
Yeah.
So even and I'm not justifying aftermarket. I'm just saying if I didn't have the opportunity, I would rather take that money, and it would suck because I'm supporting it, but that's one of those things that I just can't get around. Do you know what I mean? It was an in-person exclusive. I'm not justifying it, but it's almost like you get put in a rock and a hard place with that. I wonder how much 600 Canadian is in American dollars. Of course, not singled out. I feel for everyone in this situation who wanted one, who couldn't get one online, but that online is the only fair way, even if extremely limited online quantities. Yeah, I understand what you're saying. I just think that no matter what, people are gonna get. There's gonna be people that don't get it. Even online, it would have sold out really quickly. I still think it's early. I still think that they're looking at stuff, and maybe they look at it through the feedback that they got on the floor and everything else, and maybe they say, yeah, you know what? Let's try it again. Maybe. But that's kind of hard to tell somebody, because it's a big if, and these things are going up and they're selling out. It's like, do you make the jump now, or do you wait for a possibility that may not even be there? I think you said that, CC, like sometimes like being in the dark is a little bit difficult.
Yeah, because you don't know if when's the best time. What I will say is now is always the worst time to buy. Right? Like you never buy on the bubble. Like this is the peak.
Mm-hmm.
Now is the absolute worst time to buy. You never buy like right after a figure's released. Never, ever, 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 ever. You got to give it a cool down period.
Yeah.
Then you can kind of make the decision. If the price settles in somewhere where you're comfortable with it, then go ahead and pull the trigger.
Mm-hmm.
But I think now is just a crazy time to be trying to buy one.
This is a very cool idea. I've seen people float this idea with other versions, but this would be a cool idea. if you had that shadow version attached with the Land Reaper.
Yeah, it'd be just like they did with the Void Cadet, where you had a single and then you, because that single was only available at the convention, right?
Mm-hmm.
Last year.
Would you
never
feel
had a chance to get the single online?
I'm sorry, I interrupted. I apologize.
No, you're good. I was just saying that you never had the chance to get that single one online unless you went to the convention last year.
Yeah.
So it's not like this is an unprecedented opportunity.
Would you feel slighted if it was something like the Hazard Squad, where you got the figure but you didn't get all those accessories that you got with the box version? If it was more of a condensed version because you're getting a vehicle, does that make? What do you think? Hey, thank you, man. I appreciate you, man, stopping by, man. Spend time with us, man.
Guess I wonder, is the Void Cadet that came with the mech suit the same as the Void Cadet that was released individually?
You get, well, yeah, the thing is with that is the box.
So the only difference was the box? So you just get a box with the single release?
It was a box, and I kept thinking, because I wrote it down and I posted about it. There was like two things. Let me look it up. But let's just go for like right now and say, yeah, it was just the box. Would you? But they gave you the same amount. It was the same accessories, right?
Yeah, I'd be great with that. I think that's.
What if they cut it though? What if they cut it down because it was a vehicle like they did with the Death Adder?
Don't cut me down. Don't cut me down. Well, if it's going to be another great price like it is with the Rumbler, then yeah, I don't think you can complain.
I'm wondering, because that thing was.
What would you say would be the price that you would expect the Land Reaper at? Just a guess, considering where the Rumbler came in at.
The thing is that
almost put the pressure on it to be an even better value.
I personally think it would be higher because the amount of detail. Again, that was a prototype that they showed.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's gonna. It was different material. It wasn't plastic. That thing was heavy as shit. You know, and well,
Paige said a Polystone Reaper. We're getting Polystone Land Reaper.
I'll take that back. It wasn't. What it was made of, it was a prototype. It didn't feel like it was plastic, but I'm sure the materials would probably change the price. But that was just that display prototype, right?
Mm-hmm.
But we remember the photos that I showed. It was really detailed. Like there were paint apps and let me pull it up. But I was trying to look up the Void Cadet thing. I can't find the filter. There was something different with it. I can't remember if it was like one of the accessories or something, but I could have swore there were two things that were different. Because some guy was like, this is the same thing. I was like, no, it comes with the box and there's something else. He said, oh yeah, two things. Congrats. Here we go. There's something. I'll take a look at it again, but let me.
How would somebody be mad because there weren't enough differences?
You know, it's always got to be something. And
I thought that was a great offering for those who didn't want to go all in with the cost of the mech suit.
Yeah, but you know how it is. Like some people, there's always something. There always has to be something.
There's always something.
Yeah, it's like Nightwing. It's like, why'd the red one come out before the blue one? It's like, oh my gosh.
Because Mezco wanted to piss you off.
The only reason.
Yeah, it was slotted. So it was slotted for a con exclusive. It had a limited number run, right? There weren't a lot, it was a lower number, production number than what the pre-order was for Nightwing, right? So naturally, depending on if they use the same factory, whatever, wouldn't that one would have gotten done first, right? Especially if it was slotted for the con. right?
You would think.
Well, they don't plan for those things in advance, do they?
Well, it's kind of hard to plan something
just-
out 10 years in advance, I think, right? It takes 10 years to make a Mezco figure.
I kind of figure they just wait and see what's available in the warehouse and then just grab one for the exclusive.
And put a
Yeah.
sticker on it
Yeah.
and a graphic. Yeah.
Kevin, get the
I'm
MDX stickers.
Use this one.
sure they don't have any of that planned. Yeah. Yeah, it's that part of it. And then I didn't understand the logic behind like somebody saying they put this out before that, even if it got delayed. Like let's say, you know, because Nightwing was the blue one was supposed to come out before the red one, right?
Right.
But it got pushed back for whatever the reason was, you know? God knows that the tariffs are changing every single day. I don't know what China is right now, but Mezco, even though there's a price increase, they're still eating the tariff cost. You know, they're not changing the price because they already charged you for it. So if the powers that be determine that the China was it right now, I don't know what China's rate is at, but I think that deal's supposed to expire, but they can extend it for 90 days. But good Lord, if something happens and somebody says it's 200% like they're doing for some other countries, Mezco still has to eat that if it comes in on the you know, through customs, right?
Right.
Unless you stick it in that bonded warehouse, right?
Right.
So I'm pretty sure that there's some finagling with that, but hey, let's just take that off the table. Nobody cares about that, right? Let's say there was a production delay. So even though that this got jumped here, you know, you had blue and you had red, so this gets pushed back. Are you saying you can't put out the red one because the blue one was supposed to come first? So you delay that one? And then you have people complaining about that? I don't understand the logic sometimes. You know? That's why I feel sometimes it's just like people want to complain just to complain. You like we gotta figure wouldn't you as a collector, this is a good preview for the blue one? Wouldn't you look at that and say, oh, okay, yeah. I don't really like the red one. I want the blue one now. You know?
Yeah.
I don't know. I have a different perspective, I guess. I don't know. Whatevs.
I mean, I told you before that I felt like they did a great job of choosing exclusives this year because to me, like none of them were figures that should make or break your collection.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like they were technically repaints, like everyone wants to complain about.
Right.
And you know, Mezco gets bashed all the time for these figures just being considered money grabs. So, you know, you just use them for something that should have been easy for people to say, hey, you know what, I'm okay passing on that one. If you didn't want it, you should sleep comfortably at night. I mean, I got to be honest, nothing kept me up overnight. You know, it's like, oh my God, I can't believe, you know what I mean? Not a single one. So I was successful convention in my opinion.
Yeah, but then it goes into what you said about the whole the marketing of it. It was FOMO that just kicked in and people were like,
yeah,
this is limited. I want to have it. And you know?
Yeah.
And I always wonder sometimes like do people really want that figure? Did you really want the figure? You know? I was trying to look it up, but that thing is so detailed, man. I don't think that the Land Reaper. I just don't think that that's something that, at least from what I've seen at the convention, that's something that would kind of be skipped out on. You know, in terms of like the sculpting detail, the paint. Again, it was just what they showed. Oh, I'm trying to find it. But anyway, while we're doing that, can we talk? Yeah, can we talk about Gomez? I guess that felt like we kept pushing it along. I like this figure a lot, dude. I think it's cool. Oh, here we go. Got it. Oh, let me do the let me do some of the comments.
Does he have a chest holster?
He does.
It would be cool if we got the special edition Hawk P40 with the rumbler. That would be cool.
So you got to put it on him, right?
Harness and all
Yeah.
the guns aren't needed when it comes with the Reaper. Yes, both voids are identical, just the individual box art. Thank you, Indy.
There's his holster.
Yeah, he said, Indy said, Canadian collector, he said, yeah, those kinds of things are things that you can miss out, I guess, if it would help the price point. This isn't new to Mezco. Remember the Asia-specific figures that the U.S. couldn't get? Yeah, you had to go through that stuff. There's also other ones, too, like the Shanghai Toy Show. They have those. The Asia Gold, they've also had that Asia Gold Ascending Knight that was all black that Mezco did the Toy Fair version of. There are other ones that have been those like grail pieces. Do you think that there will be a Rumbler expansion pack? I think that would be cool. We kept joking with about Gridiron making some stuff for it.
Don't wish that evil on nobody.
Yeah. I would love to see them do tires on that thing. Oh, that would be so good. I added to that. I think people always want the next thing instead of appreciating. Yes, we talk about this a lot. What they have. We're getting Nightwing. Cool. When's Red Hood coming out? Exactly. It is. It is like a move on thing. I know we keep bringing it up because it's a talking point for certain things, but I'll be honest with you, like there was a lot of backlash, obviously and naturally, but I haven't seen a lot of people talk about that figure. You know what I mean? It does feel like I saw a lot of people make comments like, what am I going to do? I can't get it. I don't like I don't like the decisions that they made for it, but what can I do? It was only in person.
Yeah.
And it's kind of gone to the wayside.
Yeah.
Oh, but here you go. So you look at this and tell me, do you think that this is, I think that this is way above, again, prototype, probably not the final. This was different material, but these are close-up shots. But I feel like this is on a different level than the Rumbler. I mean, there's supposed to be a steering wheel. My fault. I forgot to put that in there. But do you see like paint apps and sculpting detail and stuff like that?
Yeah.
Like this is, I don't know. I feel like this is
Significantly smaller though.
I think there's better detail in that for sure.
Oh, hold on. I might lose you. Hold on.
We still there?
Yeah, I lose you?
I'm.
You guys sound like
Can you hear me?
Yeah, you sound like you're trying.
I do right now.
Hold on.
I'll be right back. My beats out.
Is it me now?
I can hear you.
There you go. Now it is. Man, you're talking like this. Sounds like. Oh, it was MC. MC got dropped. He sounded like he was like drunk.
Yeah.
J. Cole. Yeah. So I don't know. I mean, looking at this, what do you think? Like that's the inside. Like the Rumbler, the inside that wasn't painted.
Because I mean, I don't think there's going to be lighty features in that.
I mean, but
it's significantly smaller, and it's probably just a one-piece mold. Like that might be a little easier once the sculpting is done. Like that might be easier to manufacture because you don't have as many moving parts.
Wow, man, I don't know. This is like, I wish I'd put the steering wheel in there, but like, I don't know, man, this just has a lot of detail. And
I mean, we have to ask MC. He's already 3D printing them. You know what I mean?
Like the weathering, all of that stuff. It's like these like sculpted small pieces.
Well, what if they simplified it? Similar to what we think they might have done with this. What if they simplified it to make it? Would people be satisfied with that?
You mean make it look like? Hold on a second.
I mean, everyone's complaining that they don't want a veiny Hulk. He's too sculpted. So maybe, if they simplified the design and didn't apply as many paint apps.
Shout out to starting lineup. Rest in peace. What could have been? You mean like? Give me a second. Let this joke boil a little bit. You mean something like? Come on, Paige. You mean something like this?
There you go.
Is that what you want?
There you go.
Great point, Warhawk. This is the 5 points. The 5 points one. So something like this, you'd be okay with?
I'm just wondering, if it made a difference in the price? Because I mean, would you rather pay $350 for a smaller vehicle, or if you could get it for $175, but it didn't have all the paint apps?
I don't think that this looks bad. I think in my brain it's stuck on the fact that the other one it's so detailed, it looks so good.
Yeah.
But but if you're watching this, just tune in. This is the 5 points one. And obviously, smaller scale, less paint apps, clean, and you can tell the differences. Man, God, I wish they would have done this. I don't know if it's going to happen. I don't know. Anyway, we already hit 2:06. We didn't even do play party. Short show, right?
It's our specialty. It's our specialty.
I'd rather it go all out. Yeah. Like with everything going on, it'll be tough. Like everything going on, it be tough. But I wouldn't mind either or, to be honest with you. More details is what I like personally. Yeah. I just think that people will have to.
So follow-up question for Joshua Cole. With the more details, what price point would be too much? Like, what would it take for him to be like, I can't justify that purchase at this point?
Yeah, in terms of like versus.
Right. Because I mean, like we all want more details and we want more accessories. But are you willing to pony up for that? For instance, me and you talking about this, I don't want to probably get into the subject, but I mean, HasLab's got 8 days left, and it ain't looking good.
What is it? What is that at now?
It's at 7,800, so it still needs just under 200 just to get funded. But at this rate, it's probably not going to unlock any tiers. So if it doesn't unlock any tiers, do you think you'll keep your pre-order in, or will you cancel it?
I didn't pre-order.
Oh, well, that's why we haven't unlocked any tiers. Will you go ahead and get your order for 6,000 of them in so we can go ahead and get these unlocked?
I know, right? Hey, so you know what, really quick, just to jump on this. This is the stop motion video. This looks different. You may have a point, CC.
Yeah.
It looks like they kind of did a hybrid upscaled the 5 points.
Yeah.
Because there was a bunch of detail, like the paint detail on the skull. I wonder if they have that 360. Let's keep talking. Keep going. What did J. Cole say about the pricing? Oh, he said that. What else? The shoulder pads on the jacket, those are a nice touch. Yeah, I'd love to go to the, maybe it's on Instagram, right? You remember that? Because they did that circle, the 360 of it.
Yeah.
And I never looked at it because I just kind of went with it. Let's see here. Give me a second. Mezco. While we're doing that, thoughts on Agent Gomez? Because I guess we were supposed to be play partying that.
He's a good figure. He's a really good
Amazing.
figure. Most of the Gomez are really fun.
Amazing.
Favorite accessory, favorite, you know.
Kind of with you guys with the new Boom Boom with the tape deck.
Mm-hmm. It's got the little martini glass in there and the gun.
That's
also.
pretty nice.
You're part of the problem, Paige. J. Cole said 325 to 340 is a little bit much for me. I think at that price point, I understand what he's saying, but I think at that price point, I think that you would be getting something comparable to the Rumbler. Less sculpting detail, less paint detail. I mean, that's what I think. I think that if they did that one that they showed, I think it would be up there. Do you guys want more tapes? I do.
You heard it, MC. Get to 3D printing some tapes.
I'm surprised somebody hasn't done it yet.
I know.
Cease and desist. Somebody will do it. I can't find it. So we already talked about.
What about an 8-track?
Yeah, but do you think that's too? You know,
What's
I understand because it's during the time. I'm surprised
Or some
nobody
vinyl?
complained about
Some mini
that.
vinyl?
Yeah, but I am surprised nobody said any, made that connection and complained about that. Dude, tape decks.
Yeah.
Come out to the 80s, man. Should be an 8-track player, record player. I do like the record player idea. That would be cool. Does this enter your figure of the year conversation?
Ooh.
God. Pull up the
There's
list page. What's
There's
been
some
out so far?
competitors already.
There's been a lot, man.
Yeah, what all have we seen?
I think Doc Ock is still up there for me right now for this year.
I don't know if that was one. I think that might have. I have to double check. Shoot. Do you want to see more from this genre?
Yes.
Yeah.
Give us another tangerine.
Variant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That way people can get it or not. And give us some enemies from this era. You know, some bad guys from the 70s. That'd be cool.
What would you like? What kind of enemies, though?
Mm.
Did you get a chance to see the comic yet?
Yeah.
So something.
I know we're gonna get, what is it, Senor Blanco? But
yeah. Did you see the other ones too? Like
the skulls. Yeah.
Like something like that or something different.
I don't know. They could tap into something else, like, you know, pull some of those guys from the Casino Gomez catalog there.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be kind of cool. Give them a little, because I mean, a Casino's easily can double his 70s vibe. Some female villains would be cool too. I know that way CC doesn't have to buy them.
I have a feeling that CC probably would.
Yeah, he's got Tangerine now, so he's hooked.
She is pretty good.
Where have you been all my life?
She is pretty good.
Yeah,
Makes a good sandwich too.
They could easily make a variant of her. They could easily make another variant of this. You know, Agent 75. I would love to see them lean into it a little bit more. I was surprised when I saw this that they were doing it.
You know, some street punks like Warriors, similar to that. I know that was like more 80s, but you can scale them back to the 70s a little bit with some variations.
It would have been cool to see a couple of more characters from the Warriors. I wonder what happened.
Think license?
Yeah, I always wondered how that goes. Like, because you know that there's the license, like who owns, what, you know, whatever that property is.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if that includes likeness. You know, if the actor signs a contract to do that movie, are they like what Dave Chappelle said, you know, in perpetuity forever? Where was the starting point? I think you might be right, CC. It might be that, right? Check the date.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Doc Ock was definitely this year.
Charged on 1/24, shipped 2/3. So yep, there's your benchmark. You were right, sir. You were right.
I think he's number one for me right now.
Biker Gomez is tough to beat, you know, just because he's a very different take. They brought back the gray skin.
Yeah, this is your block right here. So these, you know, it's Ghostface was that? No, that was last year.
Where do we get
I
this?
mean, you could always go to Mezco's website. They keep all of this information. At least that's what I've been told by
But it looks like you're on a different page before. What is this?
Yeah, exactly.
Cheap plug.
Yeah.
Tangerine's great. Doc Ock is great. Biker Gomez is great.
I really like Woodford a lot.
Mm-hmm.
That was a nice little surprise.
Alistair's cool in his own way.
Yeah. You know what a lot of people asked? Like, it was kind of like a whisper question. And I was surprised. Everybody was like, when's that other crab Louis coming
out? Oh, one that was leaked online?
I know. Yeah, they were like, it was kind of like a whisper. It's like, when's that one come out? Like, I don't know anything about that, man. Like, you didn't see it? I go, no, I don't think I did. Record player would be sick. Doc Nocturnal is number one
big
for
ass
me.
speakers. You know, speakers as tall as a 10-year-old.
You know, like Marty McFly, like he had.
Yeah.
Let's see, the 70s style big bad would be cool. Kind of like a Bond look. Yeah, that would be really good.
A TV that's also like your furniture. You know, it's got like a nice wood box around the TV. That's.
Yeah. I love that era, man. Like, it's like I like
retro.
I love
70s.
retro.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, 30s, 40s, like 70s. The Sin City Marvel looks nice. I love a Kevin figure. Yeah, they had the head. I don't know if it was when I first saw that head. I thought it was Tot. You know, a little bit of Tot.
Mm-hmm.
And then I thought back. I go, is that the one that it's just modified from the Lord of Tears set? Because there's a decapitated head in that one too. And I was trying to look, but you know, try not to be obvious. They could give him timber. Oh yeah, like those wolves that eat Kevin, like when he's tied to the tree. How about those SDCC stinkles? Yeah, they're cool, man. Where are they at? I had them on the desk. They're cool. Each one of them come with like a little. Here you go. I don't know if you can see them. They were a 3-pack. I'm wondering if they're going to offer them later on, but yeah, they have like this like little warriors here. Hold on, one second. This warriors kind of theme thing to it.
They're patched in to their gang.
No. Like they went all out for that. No. Ah. God, I hate this. All right, so yeah, little guys. That's the back of him. That's the front. Why are you not focusing, you expensive ass camera? There you go.
Come here, show me how to do this.
Yeah, teach me something. But yeah, he's got the little flaming thing on it, and they gave them. So like, there's 3 of them. I don't think any of them have like any differences, you know, in terms of the vest. But then they give them like these little accessories too. Like one has like a Molotov cocktail.
Oh, okay.
Like that. And then one of them comes with a chain. And then I lost the knife on mine. One of them comes with like a little baby tiny knife.
Oscar.
No, I don't think he ate it. I dropped it somewhere. I dropped it like at the con. I was like, shit. I was like, where is it? So, but these are cool, man. I was gonna take a picture of them. But anyway, comments and any more thoughts on Gomez? Dude, I love this too.
Oh, the
This,
sniper rifle.
Yeah, the sniper rifle. I love that. This feels like it's better than the Deathstroke one. That one, I know a lot of people have problems with that breaking. What else do you guys like about it? Or is there anything that you saw that you felt could have been improved upon?
I just like that we got a totally different head sculpt on him. Totally different look for Gomez.
Mm-hmm. I love the board.
Yeah. CC, what's your favorite accessory? Oh, you said the boom boom also.
Yeah. I think that's the favorite one for me.
Remember we used to get the sticker sheets with them? In the shoebox? You know, you get the sticker sheets.
Yeah.
I miss that.
Oh, yeah. This is cool. I hope that they do more.
Mm-hmm.
I took a picture of this, and I think another thing I really like is that honeycomb, the eyes, the lenses. Did you guys see those?
Mm-hmm.
Those are cool.
Do you think they'll give us light up heads again with Gomez? With the light up eyes?
I think it would have been cool if he had it.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know design wise, but because of the fro, I thought that he would have enough room for it.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe in a future, maybe a future offering, if they do a variant or something, maybe I was looking at this, but you can't take the mullet chops off. But I was trying to do something with the fro, and you can take this off kind of. I was peeling it back. I just didn't want to push it too much.
Paige likes to live dangerously.
I do, man. I think that Nightwing was the one that I usually don't have a lot of reservations, but when I was messing with that, I just didn't want to mess that up. Because they haven't shipped the other ones. And that's the one I got from the convention. So I didn't want to mess it up. I do want to push it more, though. What was it? How would you guys feel about a comic text bubbles compatible with stands for your figures? How would you guys feel about that?
I think it'd be cool.
More accessories, always a good thing. I mean, we kind of like similar to what, like the Batman stuff, like how we got the pow and the zap, you know? But with actual like words they're saying, like, is that what he means? I'm sure that's what he means. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah. I saw somebody float a rumor around about these pants. They said because they're a little bit flared. And the design, it looked like it was a Western. And so they're like, oh, Western Gomez coming.
I do like the flared pants, and the boots are really nice on this figure too.
Yeah.
High ankle boots or whatever they were called.
Yeah, these look good, man. And the socks. It's got like the tan socks because you got to match.
Mm-hmm.
Did you guys have problems with the sunglasses? Like, where'd you guys put yours?
Over the, like on top of the fro and sideburns.
Put them underneath. It almost feels like that groove is there for them to kind of slide in between.
You were able to get it through, and it looked okay? Did it line up okay?
Yeah, it seems to line up almost perfect in that little gap there.
Yeah, mine. So it was weird when I was doing the setup at the show. They slid in really easy.
Into the gap?
Yeah, it slid right in there. It's so. And so like this one that I had, it was like a little bit difficult. So I was taking like, just different tools and trying to like jam it down in there. But this one I was it's not completely in, but I was able to kind of get it in there. So I think like overall, I think it's like really cool. There's some there's some things that I hope that they expand on a little bit more.
Yeah.
I think it was very creative for them to do this, A lot of times, I mean, just in the climate we live in today, I could see how some people would give backlash because, oh, hey, what are you doing making a black character? It's like, no, it's cool. It's an homage character. And
I was just gonna say it's nice to see them take a risk, kind of like that, in today's climate.
yeah, and that's the thing too. It's like I wouldn't even want to label this a risk, but it sucks that it's like this nowadays, where
Right.
you do have certain things that happen where people might misinterpret it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, look at all that flack with Vaporoni that one time. You remember? It's like, oh my god, dude, tone it back. It's
Look
not
at-
that.
Look at the crap just to get the G.I. Joe classified cops.
Yeah,
We don't
that's
say those.
I think didn't they address that too?
I have no idea. I've heard rumors, but I don't know if it's like anything credible.
Yeah, I heard that I heard that they may have told a couple people kind of behind the scenes. Again, rumor, but they kind of said, "Oh, we're waiting." And
What did Emily tell you, Paige? Break the news here.
I didn't even ask. I tried to like read that a little bit. She'd been talking all week, and you could just tell she didn't even want to talk. And I was just like, hey, just come over, say hi, and everything like that, And then I didn't want to do that. Just kind of like read the situation. You're like, hey, what about this? It's like, no, it's not the time. Lenny was really cool. I think it's the first time I've like met him, like where we talked and stuff. He was a really nice guy, and we just kind of shot the shit about stuff and everything. But a lot of times, like when I guess when I meet like someone like that, if I'm lucky enough, I don't try to like talk like business. But they're bombarded all day with it, and most of the time, I'll be honest with you, if they want to talk about it, they'll talk about it to you.
Yeah.
So I just kind of like let them. Oh, hey, how you doing? How's the con? Oh, it's great. Blah 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 blah. We just put this out. Oh, really? Yeah. Oh, yeah, it's cool. You want to come see? Yeah, sure.
Speaking of HasLabs, the Star Wars one is crawling too.
I think it's just I think a lot of people were talking about how the Rumbler added some competition to that. I don't know what you guys think about that. For me, I think that's a little bit, but not much. I just think it's prices for everything.
People gotta make
Hasbro's-
choices.
Well, but even within their own line, Hasbro, I saw 2 or 3 dates that moved up on figures that I had for pre-order. And I did see somebody make a comment that made a lot of sense, but they were talking about like the HasLab charging right at the end, but it was during con season. So it's almost like you're kind of forcing your fan base, if you had like Joe fans, trying to get that exclusive or anything else. Dude, they offered so much stuff over there.
I saw.
Yeah.
You could get the Awe Striker there. You could get the Slice and Dice 2-pack there. Cold Slither record. They had a bunch of stuff. I mean, and of course, everybody's buying because they want to like get content and review it, get it in hand first.
Sell it so somebody else could be one of the first to have it.
Yeah, that kind of thing. But it was like they had all that stuff there. So if you're making product that's available, that's coming down the pipeline, that's a great opportunity. But you're like draining, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then they moved the dates up, and then the HasLab. I think it looks, man, in person, that thing looks great. it's huge.
Yeah.
That snake armor is huge.
Hmm.
And seeing it all there, it looks fantastic.
Should
And,
get more
and
snake armor soon, I would think. People are saying that they're getting it.
yeah. But seeing all of that stuff, like when like CC says, you're seeing all of that product and that potentially coming down the pipeline, and it's overwhelming. I think a lot of that has to do with the Snowcat. I think that there's just even within that line, there's just so much, man.
You guys still in?
I don't know, man. It looks great. I think the environment thing is making me second guess it.
Yeah, I'm back out.
Oh, did you cancel your order?
Mm-hmm. I never even put in the order. It's been sitting in my cart, but I'm out. I just it's too much stuff. Like
I really wanted it, but if it's not going to unlock all the tiers, I think I'm going to pass.
I think that's a big thing. Like
I
showed
wanted all the other stuff to go with it.
Yeah, they showed, man, all that stuff looked great. It looked really good. The little accessories like the fish and the pans and
the sausage, all that stuff.
I sent you guys like those. It looks really great, and it does suck that I understand their marketing, why, but like you said, you look at it. What do you get with the first? You just get a figure, right?
Mm-hmm.
With the first tier and the Snowcat, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
That's it, right?
Yeah.
Oh god, yeah. It's like, and what if you missed out on maybe Snow Job or I don't know. That's a hard position to be in.
Yeah.
I think it definitely hurts. Ah, god, it looks so good though. But anyway, any wrap up thoughts with this stuff? With Gomez and oh yeah, I do love the paint apps on like his zip sword and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I love the gold accents. I think that you remember the roach with the golden head?
Yeah.
A lot of these things that they had, they were casted in this like I guess gold plastic.
Mm-hmm.
And I was looking at them, comparing them, and I was like, wow, this has come a ways from that. It just the paint, because they actually added paint to it and everything, and the glasses and everything. It's really cool. But anyway, these grenades too. I remember because I bought extras and I was like, I'm gonna paint these myself, and they're a pain in the ass to paint. I was like, oh god. So I'm glad that they have those and can use the thing. But anyway, I think it's a great offering. Magnets, magnet feet.
That's nice that they brought that back with the hoverboard.
True OGs know. See any wrap up thoughts with your shut your mouth?
No, I'm happy with it. Another great release. I'm happy with that. I like the Rumbler and Death Adder too. I think they were all great.
Serious question. Rumbler, dashboard battles. What are the possibilities that might happen?
I don't know if it'll fit.
Do you still got the muscle car store, CC?
No, he sold that.
Oh,
Yeah,
I say might fit on that dash. You can. Those things had big dashes back in the day.
Disney chooses the worst timing for things. As a Lego employee, dude, did you see that Lego SDCC building that they had? Oh my gosh. Yeah. Marketing. So hassle of marketing is just trash in general. They depend on word of mouth so much. Yeah, I guess sometimes if you have a good product. MC, do you have wrap up stuff?
Another solid release from their own IP. I want to see more Rumble Society. I'd love to see more this year.
Yeah, we hadn't had a Gomez in a while, so
Besides Gomez's. That's all we get is Gomez.
Yeah, makes up like 8% of the line, buddy.
Yeah.
Not you.
No, I know. Yeah,
I was like, dude, 8%.
We had biker Gomez and this Gomez this year, right?
Yeah.
And both are amazing. Just two totally different figures. Like unlike anything we've gotten from Gomez, both figures. So I'm very happy.
I do like how they expanded that out, you know?
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, that's about it. Good show.
Paige avoided another suspension.
I know I said
Narrowly.
that. I don't think it's that bad.
Narrowly. Yeah.
I don't think it's that bad. I especially don't think my rant is bad after some of the stuff I heard at San Diego or some of the stuff that I see online within the group, within the Mezco group. I'm like, I'm pretty tame about it. But I do think it's important to have those conversations, man. I do think it avoids a lot of some of the stuff that happens. You can cut down on a lot of that stuff, whether it gets resolved or whether it doesn't. I would love to have CC's mantra. And just block.
Yeah.
Just block.
So much easier.
Yeah.
It's a nice little feature on Facebook.
You know what another nice little feature is on Instagram? I didn't know about this until D told me about it. The restrict button. Beautiful. Have you ever used the restrict button?
Mm-mm.
Really quick. So let's say that there is somebody that is very passionate about their hatred for the line. And they like to express that, but only on your posts. You can go to that person's profile and you can click on it and put restrict. And what that option does is you know how you delete a comment and I've noticed this too. I've tested this theory a couple times. Somebody will put a comment on there. I'll wait like 20 minutes and I'll delete it. But they never say anything. Because it's like a dump and go.
Yeah.
That's how I know that you didn't really care about the comment. She didn't come back.
Yeah.
But you delete somebody's comment, it's gone, right? Some people are worried about engagement. I don't really care about that stuff because it drops your numbers or algorithm, whatever that bullshit is. So instead of deleting the comment, what you do is you go over that person and you put restrict. The beauty is when you hit restrict, that comment goes away, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's taken off the board. The person that made the comment, they don't know that. They see that their comment is there. But let's say you had another account. If you logged into the other account or you looked at it from a different profile, that comment is not in there anymore. But that person can see it. But other people can't see it.
Gotcha.
Fucking beautiful. So it's like they're over there. And everybody's over here. And they think that they're being heard. I would think that you would catch on. Be like, nobody's engaging. Why I had such a witty comment? Why isn't anybody agreeing with me or liking it or commenting? I'm going to try harder. And you just keep doing it. It's like ramming yourself head in the wall. I just let the cat out of the bag. So
yeah.
The restrict button. Beautiful. Yeah, and they don't know. They stay whatever you want. Like they stay as a follower. I don't care. I just did it to a couple people. But they don't know. Now they do. That's it. I'll be honest with you. I don't know what the next show is going to be. I have ideas, but
there'll be more Mezco Newz by then. Drops, and we'll probably have the Striker sitting in front of us. And
CC, did you get the Striker too, right?
Yeah.
They're not doing shipping, MC, are they?
Not yet, but I'm sure it won't be long if they were selling them at SDCC.
Yeah, they were selling a lot, bro.
Snakes will be coming soon. I've seen people get it, and I had the warning that you'll be charged for this soon. So,
God, there's so much, man.
They need to hurry up before shipping prices go up again. Send that to me. I got to ship one up.
Isn't that the 9th? Isn't that the 9th is when the deal ends, right?
I think so.
I heard that I heard it's the 9th, but then there's the option to extend it to 90 days. We're talking about the tariff change, rate change for. Somebody asked me today, and I said the only one I really look at is China, and then maybe Vietnam,
Yeah.
because they do stuff too. But and I saw the one that for India, there wasn't India. They're talking about raising like. Don't quote me. What was it? Was it pharmaceuticals or was it semiconductors? They were going to put like a 200% on it.
Yeah.
In India, they got their. What do we get from India?
Curry.
Ooh, you're gonna get canceled.
Is that Indonesia?
Well, I don't. I. What do you know? What we get from India? I don't. I never. Or I'm pretty sure that they have something. You know, I just don't keep up to it. What do we import from India? What does the U.S. import from India? Phones, jewelry, linens. That's what we get from India.
CC, you better buy up your 2,500 thread count sheets right now
Yeah, gonna load up.
for the chicken coop.
Wednesday, August 6th, a 25% tariff hike was put on them. Russia stuff too. India is the world's fifth largest economy in 2024.
Oh.
Good decision on that. The U.S. is India's third largest investor. It has $45.7 billion in trade deficit. Pharmaceuticals, that's the big thing. And now, yeah, we're not trying to get too political, but you know what I mean? Smartphones, that was the big thing. Jewelry, precious stones, home linens. U.S. gets about 36% or $6 billion in imports. So, yeah. Looks like something major. RumbleCon should be in October, right? Yes, I think that will run parallel with New York Comic Con, which is October. I think it was the 9th, I think. No, October 8th, because that's preview night, I think, to the 12th. Don't quote me on that. It is in the beginning, I know that. So, somewhere around there. Lots of stuff. That's only 2 months away. Be prepared. Oh, mark it down. That's about it. That's all I had. Sorry, I thought it was gonna be short, but we good. We like to go long. New York Comic Con. Buy your tickets. I saw that they're doing like all that stuff. October 9th through the 12th. October 9th through the 12th. So yeah, that'll probably be the same thing. Remember, RumbleCon doesn't start until Mezco says it does.
Is it RumbleCon yet?
Nope. They do. That's kind of cool.
Somebody mentioned it. We should be getting some exclusives soon, right?
Or like right now?
Yeah. Somebody just mentioned it, so it's got to be starting.
I would think that they're gonna do exclusives, but it'd be cool to see what they got. All right. Cece's like, can we go now? Do you have to work tomorrow, bro?
Oh yeah.
Dang it. Sorry, man. All right. Let's wrap this up. Who's taking us out?
CC.
Remember to help control the pet population. Please have your pet spayed or neutered.
MC.
Catch Paige outside.
No, do not do that.
How about that?
No, don't do that. Yeah. Thank you for everybody tuning in live. If you hung out in the show, watched during the show, if you catch in on the replay, appreciate any time that you're able to give to the show and to us. It means a lot. Everybody treat people like you want to be treated.
Good one.
Yep. Be respectful, no boundaries, stuff like that. Just be good to people. And if you don't vibe with them, then leave them alone.
Hmm.
And if you do vibe with them, nurture those friendships. You never know when you might need an exclusive. Bam!
Ooh, shots fired.
Like Michael B. Jordan, when he's like, with sinners, he's like, not shooting at anybody. I'm just saying. Those kinds of things help, you know?
Mhm.
Like just make friends and stuff like that. Oh, you know G Balda?
Yes.
He was at San Diego. I couldn't even break away from the booth.
Uh-huh.
Like I remember I was telling you, Mythic Legions was right across the way. I didn't have time to go over there and get anything. And I couldn't even get over to the Jada booth to get that stuff for Sawyer. And he was like, "Hey man, no worries." He goes, "I'm gonna go over there right now. I'll grab it for you." And he came back with it.
Thanks, Gibalda.
Yeah. So
My son thanks you.
yeah, so and it was all credit to him, man. But that was cool. He was at the meetup, and it was great to meet him and talk to him. He's a really great guy. But just stuff like that. Those are kind of like the things that just build community and build good relationships and stuff. And now I'm indebted to him for 2 Black Doc Knocks whenever they happen. If they happen. Just kidding.
It's like, "What you got on my Doc Knox?"
He's like, "Yeah, you remember I got you those Mega Man bombs." But yeah, seriously, just be good to people. Be good to each other. That's all I got. And thank you for watching.